Yeah.
He wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit.
Yeah.
As me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds, and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, with Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Fight fans, are you coming to New York for the Tank Davis Lamont Roach fight? Well, the JBT is hosting a meet and greet at the Rustic Corner Bar on Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn, Friday, February 28th from 8 p.m. to midnight. So come meet some of your favorite JBT and YouTube boxing personalities, as well as special guests. The tickets are just $30, and that covers entry and food. There will be a cash bar and door prizes. So cash app $30 to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. Code MEAT on the comment line and reserve your spot today. Another great event brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
What's good? What's good? Shout out to the family. How y'all feeling today on this good Monday? We back to build on this boxing, and we got a special guest about to pull up shortly. We're gonna give our guy Elijah Pierce his just due, and y'all know how I do over here. I got a different style with the way I do these interviews. I like to highlight, what's dope about the boxer, or pretty much his journey up until this point. A lot of people, when they get the fighters up here, they just want to know who they want to fight next and, the latest drama. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're going to get into that stuff. But for me, y'all know how I do. I like to highlight from beginning to what got him to this point now. And, I told him he feel free to talk his ish, man. So shout out to everybody rocking with me, man. Y'all make sure y'all support the grind, smash the like button, sub to the channel. If you want to go a step further, super chat, cash app, scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We gonna build with the champ. We gonna give him his just due, and we gonna find out what's next for him, man. We're gonna find out what's next for the Wolf, Elijah Pierce, man. So let me say what's good with the family before we get in here, before we get going. I know we had 1 million likes, so we getting close. Banks, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? Young Beast in the building, BJ33, Ock Busy, what's good? Day, what's good? Mike Mazak, Mr. Empire with a Duke, Thank Father, what's good, family? How you feeling? Behind the Hands TV, my brother was good, bro. Waiting on my side piece to fall asleep so I can sneak out. You stupid. Shout out to my guy, man. JB Boxing and Bet, and Aisha, peace to the queen. Shout out to the family, man. How y'all feeling? It's the Improv, the rest of the gang, man. Y'all already know how we do, man. We just gonna build with the young future world champion, you know. Pierce versus Fulton. I already know that's I'm pretty sure that he know that that's where y'all want to go with it today. I know he know that, you know, but for me, y'all, like I said, I just like to highlight the journey because it's easy to get caught up into what's going on now, but he ain't just wake up one day and boom, he got 20 wins and 16 KOs, right? Even with the 2 losses, I want to talk about that too, because you know, he's a guy that, you know, was winning. He started out hot, took a loss, you know, bounced back with another dangerous opponent, you know what I mean, undefeated guy, then came back, took a close-ass, you know, loss, and he ain't looked back since. You get what I'm saying? This dude riding like a damn near, no, not damn near, he's riding, I believe, 11-fight win streak. You get what I'm saying? And 8 of those fights was stopped, and none of them seen the distance. Out of 11 fights, 8 of them bit the dust. Shout out to Cash Sports, man. How you feeling? The box story is in the building. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all uppercut that like button for me one time for the one time, and he'll be here shortly, man. He had to take care of something real quick, and you know you're gonna be with me in a few minutes. But in the meantime, we're gonna warm the stove on up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna turn the burners up a little bit. Mo City is wild, bro. That's my guy. He is fool. He's a guy, but yeah, man. He got some good fights for him. If he thinking about going to 26. I did hear that. I will ask him about it. I will see if that is the case. If I got some of my information correct, you did. Well, we gonna build, man. As always, man. And these dudes be having interesting backstories, and I always like to talk to the fighters that took a loss, even 2, and bounce back, right? Shocky Foster, another guy I would like to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Know how to take a loss, you know what I mean? More than one loss and bounce back, not bounce back once, but bounce back twice and bounce back in a big way. And that's what Elijah Pierce has done, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to get the future world champion his just due, as we always do. Now, how y'all feeling, man? How the family feeling so far? How y'all feeling on this good Monday? Did y'all watch the Super Bowl? Did y'all check out the Super Bowl? Did y'all care? You know, the Eagles put the Beats by Dre on Kansas City, didn't they? They put the Beats by Dre on them, man. They ain't let them live out there, y'all. They ain't let them live, man. They put Kansas City in the chokehold and ain't look back, bro. Let me get right, man. I fix my hood, man. You did. It's chilly. It's been chilly out, man. How y'all feeling, man? Did anybody check out the Super Bowl? I wasn't really entertained, man. I think I turned after I seen how bad it was looking. I know Patrick Mahomes was throwing interception after interception. He was looking crazy out there. Yeah, me too. I'm glad the Eagles won, Aisha. I really am. Because I said it, shout out to the Rise podcast. I was over there and they asked, Squeeze was asking, going around the panel asking. I thought Kansas City would win because I felt like the refs would be a factor, but I forgot to mention if in fact that doesn't take shape and the refs do not play a factor, then I got the Eagles. I said the Eagles was the better team. So I think the better team won. I mean, Mahomes is Mahomes, but damn it, it ain't bad to see Jalen Hurts get another one. Matter of fact, they won not too long ago. The Eagles been kicking up, man. Eagles rep for the NFC East, man. If we can't win it, why not root for the Eagles, you know? Why not? Gotta root for our division. You know what I'm saying? But it was good to see, just a different team win, just a change of pace, not the same old. Kansas City they the new New England to me, y'all. Kansas City is the new England, y'all. They just keep winning. Watched it till halftime. Yeah, I watched it, got to like, I don't know, and I ain't even watched the whole thing. I was just like, taking peeks at it, but they was just getting destroyed. Thank Father. My team is Dallas, man. So you already know what kind of year we had, or abysmal year. Our Cowboys be getting our asses kicked. Oh, okay. So look, man, I got Champ in the back. I just want to welcome, a rising star in the game, known for his, his aggressive style and punching power. My guy, the Wolf, Elijah Pierce.
What's going on with you, brother?
Peace, 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 Champ. How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Another day. Same shit, different toilet.
Right.
We were working.
Right. Hey, man, before we even get started, it's a little funny little story, right?
Word.
I just want to salute you, you know what I mean? Because I reached out to you and, it could be a toss up, right? You could have just left me on red. And the fact that you reached back and you kept your word and came up here to build, I just want to appreciate you, man. You'd be amazed at some of the things a fighter will say, you know what I mean? When y'all just don't know who's on the other end, right? So I appreciate you for making this, you know what I mean? Easy for me.
Respect.
Right. So one thing I like to do, man, over here is give fighters their just due. I got like a different style. I like to highlight, your start all the way up until now. And, we're going to get into some of the current stuff because, you've been having the internet buzzing lately, man. So for good reasons, though. So, man, first things first, man, I did some homework. I see that you grew up in Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Hometown. Tell me about that. What was that like?
I mean, it's not a boxing state, of course. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty small. You know what I'm saying? It's really just a bonding experience with my dad. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he wanted to, you feel me, teach his son something that he could carry with him, and one of the better things to teach is how to defend himself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of cultivate it into what it is today. I was naturally gifted, and I just pursued. I actually was studying to become a criminal law attorney at one point. I had an internship, but my dad when it came to sports, I mean, I always wanted to be an athlete. Like that was always my dream. So he was kind of like, son, I'm not tall. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna be Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You're not all that. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should box. You feel me? So I was just like, I just listened. I listened. Like you right, Dad. And I went with boxing, and we've been full speed ahead ever since.
Right. So now I hear that. So I always gotta ask, because not everybody chooses boxing, man. That's a very small percentage of men and women that get in that ring. And with you saying, you was naturally gifted, I assume that you were talented in other sports as well. Did you play any other sports?
Oh yeah. I was playing basketball. Well, I played basketball and football, but basketball I was really good. Like I'm pretty sure I could have got maybe a junior college a scholarship, and saying pay for my education and whatnot if I would have went that route. But like I said, I was always real short, but I was I always had heart though. That's what they can't teach. You know what I'm saying? So I never wanted my contemporaries to be able to, try to play me, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm little or whatever. So I always stood tall. So
Right. And I gotta ask why, out of all other sports, like you said, you was real good at basketball. You could have went that route if you wanted to. Why boxing? Because the biggest difference, as you would know, different from all the other sports, you can play those. You could have went and played basketball. Can't play no boxing, as y'all all know. So why boxing?
really just because of the it's a one-man sport. It's a lone man sport. And I've always I was kind of a loner anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lone wolf. You feel me? Like even in school, like I was never the type that had a bunch of friends and always out with my friends and hanging out. Like I was more like, if anything, during my school days, if I was out, I'd be out with a shorty or out with a girl. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I come back, do what I gotta do. Like I was never that type to be. Like don't get me wrong, I was all social with the homies and stuff like that. You feel me? Not out and about. Like that just wasn't my speed for real.
Right. So How old was you when when you picked up a pair of gloves, when you laced them up?
Man, I was about 6 years old. And then, I had my first fight at 8, the legal compliance, at 8. And then I just I'm a child of divorce, unfortunately. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would always go with my pops. Cause my pops, he was a martial artist, boxing coach and a drill sergeant in the military for 25 years. So, you know what I'm saying? He was always real, strict and like obviously into fight sports, all that type of stuff. So
That's dope.
I would go, like I said, in the summer times, go to kick with him, spend time with him, and I would always get a one fight each summer.
Right. So you'll say pops. So what it sound like your pops had a very big influence on you.
No, absolutely. I mean, he was probably he was the biggest influence. Like my dad was like my superhero growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's dope.
Like I even like I could say the other two counterparts to like my dad as far as male influence was Wesley Snipes and Michael Jai White.
Right.
Like I was like though like anything with them in it, I would watch it. Like even to this day, like I'm still like I gotta meet them.
Me too.
Yeah, like
you ain't alone. Me too.
Right.
Me
too. Like my dad, everybody used to say my dad looked like Wesley Snipes. Like everybody, he had the same blade cut and everything. I'm so serious. So it was just funny. Every time I watch Blade, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like I like my pops, you feel me? It just, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's dope. That's funny. Pops, that's dope. So tell me a little bit, tell us, should I say, a little bit about your amateur background. You know what I mean? What was that like for you?
Like I said, I was only fighting in the summers up until my sophomore year of high school.
Right.
Actually my freshman and sophomore year of high school or whatever. That's when I started because I moved with my dad or whatever for my freshman sophomore year in Oklahoma. Then I was competing, but then I had missed basketball.
Right.
And then so I kind of went into, and then on top of that, my mom, they had an agreement to where I did my first 2 years Oklahoma. I graduate my junior year in Georgia. So I had moved back or whatever. I started back hooping for a little bit, but then I actually got that itch for boxing during that time. So then I was just like, man, forget basketball. I'm gonna just box. And then I just kept going with it. But it was good, man. Like I was kind of a late bloomer. Like I said, because I had no really consistent record of fighting for real. It was just only
that's what make you dope, yo. I'm telling you, you ain't have the traditional like you did, but you didn't. You was there, but you was doing other stuff. So again,
it was by my junior year, I was making nationals every like I was making to like the semifinals, finals and shit, like every tournament I was going to. So like it didn't take me long to start really picking up them big wins. Like everybody who I used to lose to, like the more experienced guys, I start beating all of them. Everybody I will rematch. Anybody I rematch, I beat them the second time I fought them.
That's dope, man. Putting that work in. So, and again, it's the reason why I started from the beginning, because you ain't just wake up. I was telling the family earlier before you got here, you ain't just wake up. No, you 20-2, 16 KOs. You had to put some real work in to get there. So,
people don't know.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got a story to tell. That's why I always try to highlight. Like you just did. I know it wasn't easy for you. That's where I'm getting at. So, you turned pro July 23rd, 2016, man. Talk to me about that pro debut. Like, at what point did you realize you was ready to go pro?
Let me see. After the trials, I was like, after I made the Olympic trials 2016,
right?
I placed fourth, I believe. I went 1-1 with my boy Bruce Carrington, and then I had lost to my homie Malik Montgomery or whatever. Decision, both fights or whatever. So
right, both good fighters.
Yeah. So after that, I had mind you too, I was the smallest dude and at that weight class, 136 pounds. I was small.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, when I turned pro, I never really had the knowledge, bro. Like it was just me and my pops, like straight up. Like we were just learning on the go.
Learning on the job.
So you know what I'm saying? We just fought end of the day. So even when I turned pro, I think I made my pro debut to like 140 or 135, 140, something like that. And like I'm walking around like 140.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just fighting in my natural weight for real. I didn't know anything about cutting weight. I didn't know anything. And
Right.
so, you know, and I was still knocking them out. I was 8-0, 7 knockouts before I had my first loss.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to it. Did my homework, man. But you like you was just leading me to my next question for the most part. But yeah, so before we even get there, how did it feel finally though to get your hand raised as a professional? I know the fight didn't last long. You got Buddy out of there after leading the first round.
Yeah. I mean, it was you know, it was great. It was a great feeling, you know what I'm saying? Have my in my hometown, you feel me, have my family support.
Right.
My family, I got a big huge family on my mom's side. So like, you know, they always show up and show out. So you know, it was a beautiful thing just to experience that and have that notoriety, you know what I'm saying? Like right out the gate. But you know, I was always hungry for more. Like I always wanted to be one of those top guys. Like I'm extremely competitive. You feel me? Like even like I remember one day, me, my dad, and all my siblings on my dad's side, we had we all went bowling.
Right.
And, I remember I kept gutter ball. I would gutter ball like 2 or 3 times in a row. And I got pissed. Like I started crying and everything. And my dad, man, why you crying, bro? Chill. Like what you relax, bro. Like we're just having fun. You know, and then I got, you know, and then I started having fun after that. But you know, it was just that realization, like, bro, like I want to be good at everything I do. Like I take everything like I want to be good at it. And so I work at it. You know what I mean?
Right. Safe to say you don't like losing.
At all. At all.
And yet and still you've managed to, you've lost, bounce back, lost again, bounce. We're gonna get into that, man, because I think that made you who you are today and who you on your way to becoming, man. I think that's dope. So yeah, I noticed you were able to fight some of your fights in Oklahoma at home. I think that's dope. You know, a lot of fighters, you know, they be way deeper into their careers before they get that opportunity. So I think to see you get it early was dope. So like you were saying,
Dobbs, man, you know, he's a local promoter back then.
Right.
Kind of give me my start.
Right. So you make your pro debut, you get your knockout, man, and you hit the ground running 8-0, like you said, 7 KOs before you had your first loss. And I don't know if the chat know, but I fill y'all in. He fought a undefeated at the time as well, Giovanni Cabrera. Am I right?
Yep.
Take me through that fight. What was that like? I mean, this is, you know, you undefeated. I know your confidence. What was your confidence like coming into that fight?
I mean, I always feel like I could beat anybody. You know, my skills had always spoke for themselves. Even before then, that's when I sparred Tank, you know, before then. So it was like I was always confident in my ability. But like what I ain't gonna lie, what was kind of crazy about it is that the Cabrera had just fought my homeboy, one of my stablemates in the gym, like maybe like a month or 2 prior. So when I seen the fight, I was like, man, I'll beat him. I could beat him.
Right.
You know, I was like, I want that fight.
Right.
So, you know, we made it happen. Now, what was crazy about it is how because I had another coach at the time due to just some stuff going on personal, you know, with my family, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was actually in Atlanta training at this gym.
Right.
So one thing that was weird, like I didn't know anything about the dude's size, because when we came, you know, when he weighed in, dude was all sunken and he looked like Hunter, you feel me? But then, bro, that next day, when I see him across that ring, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. My heart dropped. I was literally like, I turned around and said, and then my dad came to the fight, and I was, you know, he was in my corner though. You know, I didn't train with him for the fight, but I was like, Dad, you see this dude? Bro, that is not the same dude from yesterday, bro. What? Like that dude was big as hell.
You done rehydrated on you, huh?
Yes, I was like, yo. So I ain't gonna. He was just like, hey, son, just stay focused. It's gonna be all right. You good? You got it. And I was like, all right. So you know, we fought. Shoot, dude, he dropped me in the first round. You know what I'm saying? But I got, you know, I was like, I'm not getting stopped. Like, I'm not getting stopped. So, you know, I got up, shook off, and then I fucking fought my ass off. But it was just every time he hit me, he was moving me. Like I'm like, yo, this dude is big, and I just kept firing back. Though I'm hurting them with the shots, but they're not delivering like the way that they normally would if I was his side. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Yeah, as this dude rehydrated this 2-3 weight classes up on you.
No, for real. And and see now, me and him cool now. We been spoken about it. He told me even at that time he was really a 135 pounder fighting. We fought at 130, but he was really a 135 pounder. He was shrinking real, down real far enough to get down. See, I never knew about that side of boxing. Like I said, I'm walking around. If you look, in box rate, I weighed in at 127.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'm 3 pounds under. Yeah. And I was a real small dude. So really, realistically, I could have been fighting at 118 in 28. But you know what I'm saying? It just lack of knowledge, bro. That's it.
Man, I mean, that's still, but you still got in there. Like you say, heart dropped and all. You still went in there and even getting knocked down. I mean, what was that like? Because that was the first time you've been down in your career. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's damn sure ain't a good feeling. It's embarrassing or whatever. But my whole thing is that you have to kill me if you gonna stop me. Like you literally gonna have to shut my lights out or something if you gonna get me out of there. Like I'm not going down without no fight. Like I'm not built. I'm just not built to go out like that. So
right, I respect it, man. And again, you went through those things to get to this point now. Like you seem to me type of fighter that you're gonna continuously learn. So that type of shit happen, you're gonna learn from it. Absolutely. And it's funny because after you took this loss, you bounced back against another undefeated guy. Most times, you will see a dude with an upside down record that you'll fight. You went for the guy, I think it was like 12-0 or something like that after that, and stopped him.
See, that's my dad, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my dad built old school, you feel me? Like, and mind you, this kind of goes into what I was saying about us learning on the go. We was just father and son, bro, just getting.
That's dope, man.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, nah, son, because, I after that loss, I took off for a whole year. Trying to get myself together. I was upset. I was like, man, I was supposed to be, I wanted to be like Mayweather. I wanted to be undefeated, blah, blah, all that.
Talk about that, man. Like, the O was gone. Like, how did that feel? Like, how did that affect you, should I say, mentally as a fighter?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely highly upset. And I was just like, man, how I'm going to bounce back. And then my dad was like, son, don't worry about it. It's good, man. You good. He said, it's all right. He ended up scheduling the fight or whatever. Well, we had work, I think, with this promoter. I believe his name was John Anderson. Yeah, we started working with John Anderson. But, we started working with John Anderson. So then I don't know, somehow we ended up getting a fight. Like I said, with him, he was one of Lou DeBrella's top prospects, 12-0, Urban Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I'm kind of looking at my dad like, Dad, what is you doing, bro? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying, took an L. Why are we coming back and fighting a 12-0 dude? And he was just kind of like, son, I just need you to trust me. Like, just trust me, man. I got you. Like, just trust me. Like, you can do this. Like, you built. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no tune-up. You don't need no none of that. Just you got it. Dude, we're gonna train you. He said, this is when he told me, he said, come back home with me. I'm gonna train you for this fight. And he said, I'm gonna make sure your ass is ready, and we're gonna get, and you gonna knock him out. And sure enough, bro, I trained my ass off for that fight. I was so locked in. Right. And that's exactly what happened. Well, first round, dropped his ass twice. Boom. I even worked on the specific combination I knocked him out with. I named it after my daughter. I call it the Bella.
Man. My daughter named it Bella. Y'all heard naming combinations after baby girl, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. Everything that me and my dad talked about that whole camp, it all happened. He was like, throw the Bella. We worked on it over and over. He said, I'm telling you, it's gonna land on him, and then that's what happened. Threw that overhand left, came back up with right hook. It was a wrap.
Sleep. So, and again, and that was shortly after. That was right after, you took the first off. Like you say, you took time off, but then, you still, that makes it even crazier. You took the time off, still came back 12-0 guy. You had your reservations, like, Pops, what you doing? But you see, you had a plan. Y'all went out there and y'all kicked ass. But I want to talk about
it. It always gets even more crazy. See, then after that, right? So Lou DiBella signed me. So I got signed to Lou DiBella. We better start fighting on TV. Everything is looking up, right? Everything good. So after that, after we get signed and everything, we like, hey, I need some little money in my pocket, bro. We just need a fight just because he already had a plan for us. He said, we're gonna have you fight on TV, on CBS, blah blah blah, all this, right? So I was like, hey, I just need a little money in my pocket, so I can, get through whatever. He's like, okay, cool. He said, just pick whatever show or whatever, I'll fund it and you good. Just find you an opponent, blah blah. So the other promoter I was working with at the time. You know what I'm saying? They end up bringing up Solomon Sagawa, the one who just fought Shushu, his last fight.
He was tough at coming up. That dude was tough.
No, he's a very tough fighter.
Still
Very
tough. Yeah, still tough.
My mom's, when she seen it, she was like, nah, why would you fight him? Like, I know you can beat him, but why would you fight him? Because I ain't gonna lie, that camp was the worst camp I've ever had in my life.
Talk to us about it.
Yeah, I say that because one, I was going through marital problems. I was married. I married early. I got married at 20 years old. At 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm a father. I had a daughter. I had my daughter at that time. So,
talk about it.
You feel me? So I'm going through that, and we're going through a lot of marital problems. A lot, like it's bad. So you feel me? I'm tweaking. Then on top of that, the first 3 weeks of the camp, I get the flu. Like, I had a bad flu.
Man,
where I came from, I had a bad flu. I still tried to train through that. Then as soon as I got over the flu, I caught the pink eye.
Man.
So literally, I no cap. Like, I caught the pink eye right after that. So I probably only trained realistically. I had a 6-week camp for that fight.
Right.
I probably only trained for 2 weeks for that fight, like consistently.
Wow.
Without having to stop, due to the sickness and everything was just going on, whatever. So my mom was like, why would you like do that fight? That is retarded. Like, you just got signed. If anything, just fight a little scrubs. Fight, you know what I'm saying? Just get a little money, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll fight on TV. Like, why would you take that fight? But my dad, he, like I said, he got the old school mentality. He was kind of like, nah, this only gonna look that much better on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else.
Pops believe in you 1,000,000%. He like, man, listen, let's go get it.
Yeah, he don't even. We'll beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? But at that, now that I'm looking back, it wasn't the smartest decision based off my health and everything that was going on. And just from a business perspective, it wasn't. But it is what it is, man. We learn from it. But like I said, so I took the fight. Also, just to add real quick, I was told I couldn't get out of the fight, which is crazy now that I look back.
Talk about it.
Told that if I pulled out the fight, that I was gonna get suspended for a year. So that was another reason that I went ahead and still did the fight, even though I had all that going on. But so we fought. The whole fight, man, I'm out of it. You know what I'm saying?
All the decision
about is all the stuff going on with my ex-wife and just all that stuff. I just went there, man. And like I said, we still fought to a majority decision. I heard.
Hell yeah, you did. That wasn't, and I like the fact that you talk about that stuff, because over here you talking to somebody. I'm not one of these ignorant fans that, oh, you making excuses. No, that's real. You talking about shit you went through. You're not Superman. So I like to hear the things that y'all go through. Not that you went through it, but I think that shit shaped and molded you. Like, it's a reason you went through that stuff. You get what I'm saying? And it's real.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
It goes to show y'all. That's why I tell the family all the time, when fighters say something is wrong or something happened, sometimes you just want to take heed and understand that y'all go through shit, you get sick, and you still had to fight. Told you couldn't pull out the fight and still went through it, fought your ass to a majority decision. And that's just leading me into my next, question for you. I know, or statement, I know after you lost, now this is your second time, lost your bounced back, took another loss. I know it's kind of looking like you, 9-2 at the time, I think 7 knockouts. You know how these boxing fans look. Did you feel like the people was gonna start writing you off after you lost to Sagawa?
No, that's exactly what happened. It was. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was probably one of the worst times of my life. 2019, 2020, because COVID hit right after that too. So it was just like, bro, like I was going through it. Like, me and my ex-wife, we just falling, and then You know what I'm saying? My money is, you know, like I said, they dropped me right. I mean, released me right after I lost. Obviously,
Oh man.
so, and so I mean, I was just upset, man. I just remember I was crying to my dad, just like, man, what I'm gonna do, man? Oh, damn, bro. Like what? Like I was just toe up. So
that's the part we don't see. That's the part we don't see.
You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, COVID hit. I can't, you know, ain't nobody really fighting for real unless, you know, and they barely do. They kind of waited till a little bit mid COVID to start doing the bubble fighting and all that. So and that was still kind of seldom. So it was like I was just broke. Like 2020 was the brokest year of my life. You know, I got a job working at UPS. You know what I'm saying? I was just.
Shout out to you, bro. I want y'all to really hear this. Y'all smash the like, man. Listen to this. This is real. This is why I knew I wanted to talk to you. I knew you had a real story to tell.
No,
keep going.
But yeah, man, I started working at UPS. I ended up using all the money that I made from that fight. I ended up moving me and my ex-wife and our daughter. I ended up moving us back to Oklahoma, and we got our own apartment and stuff. I pretty much, you know, it may sound cliche or whatever, but I was really trying to do the right thing by God. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do the right thing. So I said, you know what? Even though it was a lot going on, I decided it was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give up, and I'm gonna move us, and we're gonna start over. Because I just felt like Atlanta had a lot to do with why things were happening the way it was. Atlanta's real fast. You know, everybody kind of trying to throw money at you and blah blah.
A lot of background noise.
Yeah, a lot. So I was like, you know, let's go to Oklahoma. Oklahoma real slow, kind of quiet. Let's you know regroup, figure it out. So did that or whatever. And like I said, that was even a struggle in itself. It was hard, man, like super hard. But you know, and my mom, she was upset about that too because she was like, I'm telling you what's exactly gonna happen. She said you're gonna go out there, you're gonna spend all your money, and then you're gonna have to come back here. It's gonna be the same thing. But I was just like, I gotta take the chance. I'm trying to save my marriage. I'm trying to, you know, do the right thing. So I think that's what's best. So I went. It's exactly what she said.
Mama knows best. You know that saying, Mama knows best. But I respect you as a man because I know what you was trying to do. And again, another testament, another obstacle is just another part of your story. And this is all, you know, why you dealing with your second loss. And that brings me to my next point. I think that loss right there, and I don't care how cliche this sound, created a damn monster. You lost the guy. He was a tough guy.
Now we getting to where the wolf was created.
Yes, sir. Talk to him because I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, I forgot because I used to go by Sweet Pea. Like everybody knew me as Sweet Pea. That was my name in the amateurs. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It was sweet with the letter P. Like everybody knew me by that. So then I dropped the Sweet Pea because I wanted to completely rebrand myself. I was like, you know, like from now on, I was like, I'm taking the aggressive approach with everybody. I was like, everything. I'm killing. I'm fucking going crazy on everything. Like nobody is not going to compete with me. I'm knocking shit out. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying? That was like my whole mentality coming back to the sport. Right. So when we finally came back, it's just crazy, man. Like I said, I give all glory to God on how everything happened. My manager, Tryfon Petrov, he ended up finding me online. He's my current manager to this day. So this is like I said, about late 2020, I believe. Like late, I believe about late 2020, early 2021, I believe. But yeah, so he let me see. So he reached out. He reached out to one of my partners or whatever. He was actually what was funny about he was actually trying to get me to fight. He like when he initially reached out, it was going to be about fighting one of his guys. Right. But he actually seen how good I was. He looked at my resume and everything. He was like, man. So anyway, he called me one day and I'm like, you know, who is this? Like he's like, oh, you know, you got an accent and everything. He's from Bulgaria. I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, I'm very interested in talking with you, man. Can you tell me a story? You know, I told him what was going down. And then like, yeah, man, I really want to help you, blah, blah, blah. But at this time, like I said, everybody wrote me off. All the people interested in me before I took that second loss, they all, everybody just went ghosted me. Like, so I was, so I was mistrusting. So I mean,
Right.
so I'm kind of like, you feel me? I think about it, whatever. So then I started back working with my old coach and the same guy I was with before.
Right.
Then he's kind of started doing some of the same stuff. So I was like, I don't know. I just ended up calling him back, and I was just like, "Look, bro, I like if you serious, like I'll take your offer." And he was like, "Okay." And he offered me a sweet deal at first too. So I was crazy. I was tripping. But anyway, signing bonus and all that. So
dope.
I was, I still wasn't going. So he was like, "Look, I can't offer you the initial deal that I gave you because you passed, but he said I'm still willing to work with you. I'll still help you. Whatever the case with." So I'm like, bet, let's do it, bro. And ever since I got with my manager, my career did a complete 360. It was just, and that's why, like, my manager, that's like my big brother. Like, I love that dude. Like, I got mad love for that dude just because he just took a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even his initial purpose to contact me, for that. He just ended up happening that way. So I got nothing but love for him. Respect for that.
That's dope, man. And could speak about that. How important is to have that back in that team that behind you.
Facts.
How important was it for you to have that guy? Have your guy and know that he was in your corner.
No, I mean it was beautiful, bro. Cause like he held like I had never met nobody that genuine in the fight game. You know what I'm saying? Like he genuinely was. Hey, bro, I'm because at that time I was still going through it. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to take care of my daughter. Oh yeah, and by this time, I end up divorcing my ex-wife. We had some more problems when we got back. Obviously, same kind of circumstances. So I was like, you know what? Nah, like so. And luckily I got custody of my daughter. So I'm a single father out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm grinding, trying to figure it out. I'm Uber Eats and what you call it? I forgot the other joint. Delivery food, all that stuff.
Right.
DoorDash. I'm DoorDashing and all that. Just trying to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? For me and my daughter.
I respect that, man. I respect that. And speaking of your baby girl, how old is she?
Oh, she's 8 now. So I got her from 3 to 8.
Right. And I noticed I did a dope one too with the ring walk. You brought out with the ring walk, man. Tell me about that. I know I'm a father too, so I can only imagine to be able to do something like that with my daughter, man. That was dope. Y'all had the uniforms on. You had the wolf.
The wolf heads, yeah.
The wolf head. That was dope. What was that like for you, man? To be able to do that with your baby girl?
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like literally since she was born, man, like since my daughter was born, like she had my heart. Like so like she was always with me. If you ask anybody who was around me when she was born, she was always with me. I'm talking about in the gym, be sitting in her little car seat, whatever. Just I got her positioned towards me. I'm hitting the bag. When I'm sparring, I got her position sitting on the chair in her car seat. I'm sparring. Like she grew up in the gym. She was always with me. Anytime anybody see me, I got her. I'm holding her, or you know what I'm saying. Like that's my baby. So it's like, I mean, so like even now, like she's always since we're so close. Obviously, she always has wanted to kind of be a part of what I got going on. Like me, also I got into music. I'm an artist as well.
Right.
And now she went. That's where her biggest aspiration is now. She just recorded. I recorded her first project for her, and she just
that's dope, man.
So it's just like she's. And even with that, it was just like, that's just something that a memory we can always share. Don't get me wrong. Like, I always make sure to provide for my daughter. But, just for those watching, you know what I'm saying, always know that time, it always trumps money in any time. You know what I'm saying? That time is more than is the real currency. You feel me? Like, spending time with them, they're always going to remember that. And that's what I hope
priceless, man.
Always remembers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I seen you doing that. I was like, man, that's dope, man. I was happy for you to see you doing it. She just embracing the moment. Y'all sharing the stage together, man. And for you to go out there and put on the show, you know what I'm saying? And really just, solidify everything. Just make the grind worth it, man. That was something that made me definitely happy for you. Whether I know you personally or not, I'm a true fight fan. I felt that moment that you shared with your baby girl. I was like, that's something right there. She ain't never gonna forget that, man. You always see that little video of yourself. You was on TV. You get me? So,
Yeah, straight up.
because of your
Straight
dad.
up.
And it's dope to see how history is repeating itself. And by that, I mean how your dad had a big influence on you. You turn around, you're a big influence on your baby girl, which I think is going to lead to her being great, same way you on your way. So speaking on that, right? Like I said, you lost your second time to Sagawa. If you know you watch boxing, you know that dude was tough. If you see the guys he lose to, he fight all the undefeated up and comers. They know that dude is tough for that reason. But took that loss, must have pissed you off. It created a monster, created this wolf, I think. And you had 11 straight wins. I think 8 of those guys bit the dust, man. Talk to me about that run.
9 by knockout.
9. Tell me, man. Tell me about that run. Hell of a run.
I mean, literally, bro, just simply put, I decided that, like I said, I was literally putting everybody out. Like I didn't. It was just the whole mindset change just in general, bro. I was just like, man, I can't leave this up to chance. Like, this is all I got. Like, this is what's going to carry me. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to provide the lifestyle that I really want to live. You know what I'm saying? For my daughter and for myself and my family. You know what I'm saying? I grew up very extremely family oriented. I owe that all to my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. my lovely grandmother, man. She passed on Mother's Day 2020.
My condolences.
Like she well, like it's just crazy, man. When now that I'm older and like I'm grown, I can really process all the stuff that kind of really made me who I am today. Like, for real, it's like I can see clearly what it was in each step, in a sense. Like, and even my mom, man, my mom is like, as I've gotten older, me and my mom became like this because now I'm able to really understand where she was with a lot of stuff, and you know, because she was she's not really one of those types of people who likes to, you know, she believed like, hey, you know, stay out of grown folks' business. You know what I'm saying? Like, until I was of age to really understand her mindset and why she made a lot of the choices that she made. You know, that's how it's always been. So my mom is my daughter's, you know, also like my daughter's best friend. They locked in. So it's like to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing just to see them have that relationship, because that was a similar relationship I wanted to have with my grandmother, you know, and I did have with her, you know.
Right. That's dope, man. I respect it, man. So what would you say? Like I said, you went on an absolute win streak and you was smoking. You ain't just say you was gonna smoke everything. You damn near did everything. You know what I mean? All these guys bit the dust. Now you find yourself 22, 16 KOs, man. You put on the show every time I get to see you. Now, you know, we could get up to, you know, we up to date now. We in the current now. I see some people. I see you making some noise, you know, calling guys out, but I think you went about it the right way, man. It's a clip. It's a little short clip of yours that I got, and I'm gonna just play it, and you tell me how you got there.
For sure. Well, let me just one second, because I was just to answer. I know I didn't fully answer your question.
Nah, go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, I was just saying, as far as like that whole, like I said, that run, like during that run, like I was, you know, like I was really just trying to find my way, like figure it all out once again.
Right.
And it just took so many different pieces. Like I said, this whole wolf thing, why I create, you know, like it really resonates. This ain't no fake, no gimmick. Oh, I'm gonna be the wolf because it's like, nah, like this is really, like, endearing to my heart, like, for real. Like, like I said, I'm extremely family oriented.
Right.
And my pack is everything to me. My family. You know what I'm saying? The wolf is only as strong as the pack, and the pack is only as strong as the wolf. You hear me?
Nah, that's real.
Like my I ended up even making my stepfather, my stepfather, my mom's new husband. I ended up making him a part of my management team. Like, we was that close. I had never had him, like, you know what I'm saying, to see an actual stepfather be so in tune with another, you know, another man's son is OD. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of unheard of, for real. To the extent that he did, like, he embraced me fully as his son. And so, like, I always wanted to, you know, reciprocate that to him. Like, that's my second dad. You feel me? Like, It ain't, I got obviously my biological father, we locked in, but that's pops too, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And with my mom's, it's a whole, like I said, family.
Oh, that's real. That's real. You need that kind of support. I mean, you box for a living, bro. You
Yeah.
can't you can't play this shit, but somehow they ask you to go out there and have fun doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah.
support system is real. You need it, and that's what I hear. It seemed like you had pieces in place as well as your own mental toughness to make it through. Like I said, you got tested, man.
So once my manager came in the mix, and like I said, and I already had those pieces there, we just, you know what I'm saying, that we just took off from there.
Right.
And like I said, anybody, and but the hard part about it, for real, this was the part I wanted to touch on just real quick.
Talk to me.
The part that was really tough when I started winning and I started beating people. When I started coming back, when I was about 12-2, you know what I'm saying, 12-2, 9 knockouts, 10 knockouts, whatever. Like, nobody's wanting to fight me now. Nobody. I'm talking about. This. I think it might even be before I went to 22. I can't remember, but I'm talking about, like, I'm calling out 22, 26, and 130. All of them, all the top guys, whoever, just give me an opportunity. I'll take anybody. I don't care who it is. Like, literally, we was calling out everybody. I swear, I wish I could have my manager on here just so he could even tell y'all. Like, he was struggling so hard trying to get people to take a fight with me. No one to take it. So, but because I was a risk at the end of the day. I was a low. I was a high risk, low reward. So nobody was. You know what I'm saying?
How frustrating was that?
Man, I'm telling you, I was.
Because you kicking ass now. Like, you did everything you're supposed to do to get back in position. You done took your bumps. You done got tested. You know, went on the run.
But those losses just stayed with me, and they was killing me. And I hated it so bad. And I was just like, man. Then I used to always think about how the losses happened and stuff. It would make me mad, and it made me emotional a lot of the time. I would be so emotional all the time. I was always pissed off. I was always just.
It's your career on the line. I ain't going to ask the person not to be pissed off, like, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's your career. Yeah.
So I just kept pushing, man, and eventually, and I give them all the respect in the world. Finally, I got it my career started kind of really going up again a little more when I got Tremaine Williams. I went down.
Tremaine Williams, yeah.
Because during this time, my manager is the one who had the idea to go down to 22. Because we was just talking one day, and because I was still campaigning at 26, but he was like, "Wow, Elijah, why don't you go down to 22?" Because my prior fights, I was coming in at like 24.
Right.
124. So he was like, why don't you just lose 2 more pounds and you fight at 22? Like,
that's how you got there. I'm glad you talking about that. I wanted to know, how did you get to 22?
Yeah, he was like, you smart. And like I said, even when I weighed in 2018, years prior, I was weighing 127. Like, so it was just like, I could have did it a long time. I just didn't have the knowledge. But bottom line, like I said, so we went down to 22. I was strong. I was big, all that. I was even physically gifted at that weight. So,
you
like I got Tremaine Williams. He had fought Angelo Leo for the WBA.
He was 20-1, and you beat him before Leo did. So you did it first. I did the homework. Yeah,
man. So
he fought a number of solid guys.
But the only reason he took that fight was because we were stable mates. We was helping Jojo Diaz get ready for Tevin Farmer.
Really?
He was the sparring partners for Jojo Diaz. So I can tell, and by that time, like I said, I was still coming back. I'm still learning, you feel me? I think he had thought that he could like sun me because I was, what I'm saying? I think he thought I was still the dude from back then. So I think that's when the fight came around. He was kind of like, oh yeah, I got him, but I had a remedy for that ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was not knockout. He was 20-1 too. You fought a number of solid guys on that run, man. It wasn't just a run. You was fighting quality. You knocked out Mike Planier too.
That was right after. That was my first overtime fight. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me about the OTX stuff before we get into the other, because you already know where I'm going. But the OTX, man, because that really, I think, it opened a lot more eyes, man.
Absolutely.
So how did that come about?
Yeah, my manager, like I said, my manager,
Mm-hmm.
he was just doing what he always do. You know, he gonna put me. He always put
Shout
me
out
in.
to him, man.
Yeah,
What's his name again?
Trifon Petrov.
Trifon Petrov. Shout
Bro, best
out to you,
player in the
bro.
game by far. I don't care what nobody say.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, but like I said, he just he had reached out. I mean, talk about overtime, or whatever. They end up, because overtime OTX, one of their main goals was to put on people who needed another chance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what they were looking for. So I fit the bill kind of perfect. So you know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man. That's dope. You just gave me some insight to OTX, man. That I appreciate that platform even more. I didn't know that it was, that's how they was, situated.
That was kind of the first initial mindset that they took on. They was like, we want to kind of put on guys who kind of got overlooked, guys who need another chance, bounce back with the woo. And so like I said, I fit the bill perfect. And I was nervous. I was nervous as hell, but I almost threw up backstage, everything, because I knew it was so important to me. That fight, I was like, I gotta knock him out. I got to. So when I came out, I remember I was real timid, and my daddy could tell. He was just like, I came out of the corner. He was like, relax, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You gonna just work. You got it. And I remember he hurt me. I think it was the second round. He hurt me at the end of the second. Caught me with a little shot, kind of wobbled me a little bit. And boom. After that, I literally the wolf came out, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? I said, dude, this dude is little as hell. I'm taller than him. I know I'm stronger than him. Why the fuck am I trying to be all pretty boxing with him? I'm about to walk this motherfucker down. But then literally came out that third round, walked straight to him, whole different fight. Then about a minute in, boom, dropped him with the left. He was out, night.
Right. He said you had to snap out of it for a second.
I'm like, no exaggeration. That's literally what I thought. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I was like, I just snapped in reality, and I was like, eyes went red. Just, I'm on your top. Boom. And then he was gone. And then after that, that's what really built my confidence. Or whatever. After that, I was like, this it's up. And then now we get into the next fight, Alta Villanueva, my second fight on overtime. This time, I'm learning how the overtimes promotes. They obviously their niche is social media. And I kind of bypassed some important information. Before I had fought on overtime, I had learned about the importance of social media. I didn't know about that. That was another thing I had to learn along the way. Wow. Like I said, the importance of that. Because I remember I was talking to a notable boxing coach at the time. He was like, man, I see your social media ain't really on. You know what I'm saying? You need to use your platform. You got a lot of followers and stuff, man. Use your platform, promote yourself. Because I said, I couldn't get no fights. So, boom. After I started, that's when I ended up posting the tank footage or whatever. Whatever. And then all that, I just started getting traction, booming with the. So then that's when I started doing that. So it just kind of coincided to when I got overtime too. You feel me?
I'm glad that you touched on that, and you I appreciate you a million. You genuine and honest as hell. But even the way you spoke about releasing that footage, because remember, a lot of people talk about that. A lot of people talk about the tank sparring, but just to hear what you were going through, and you gotta listen, man. Calling people out.
Let me say this: I have never been one of those clout chasing individuals, bro.
Talk about it.
Never. That's not. I was not. At the end of the day, it was a means to an end. I will be on. It was a means to an end. I had to do something to spark some interest, and it did its job. Did it not? Everybody know about Elijah Pierce. What
else are you supposed to do if you kicking ass, you on a win streak, you got back on it, and you calling for fights? Nobody want to fight. You got to do something that's going to generate interest. It wasn't just about, let me clout chase. Let me open your eyes. All right, maybe this will make y'all open your eyes, and I think it did what it was supposed to do.
And the crazy part about that, I made sure to rationalize it in my head before I even did it, because I was struggling with I was like, I don't know if I should release it or not. But I thought about it.
Right.
Tank, that sparring session, this was 2016. When that sparring, I was still, like I said, still amateur. I'm about 17 years old. he sparred my homeboy, and he knocked him out. But we got in there, so I'm, I'm nervous as fuck. I'm like, oh no, nigga, do me like that, nigga. You got me fucked up. So, but that's right before we got in there. So he posted that that same day.
Yeah.
Whatever. So in mind, so when I thought about that, I was like, why the fuck should I care about how he feel if I post it or not? Because he posted him knocking out my sparring partner. Why I can't post me getting off on you?
Right.
You feel me? But but even then, I still kept it respectful because that's just me. I'm a naturally pure-hearted dude. Anybody who knows me will tell you that straight up. I didn't go up. Oh, look at me! I just touched on Tank. I just beat the shit out of Tank. Right. I ain't pop it crazy. I said, man, I kept it OD respectful. Oh man, this is the best work I ever got. Thank you so much to Tank, man. He's such a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? He really upped my game. You know, it got a little wild, blah, blah, blah. But, this is boxing and blah, blah, blah. Like, I kept it nothing but classy. And so for him to take the approach that he did, talking about he knocked me out and all this other shit, I was like, oh, what? Like, what you got going on, bro? Like, I'm showing you love. Why you doing all that? So, I don't know. It was just crazy. It just kind of let me know then, too, about how these top fighters, like a lot of them are fucking divas for real. They really divas. They're spoiled. You know what I'm saying? They're making tons of money. You know what I'm saying? They don't really gotta. The hard part is really over it. Once you reach that level, you're in that level. You know what I'm saying? Right. Broner is a perfect example. As much, even though I was one of Broner's biggest fans.
Still my guy. Still love him.
I said, dude's funny as hell. He followed me and shit on IG, like funny ass dude. But like I said, during his run, I always watched him. But you can see, just evident, every time he lost, did that stop him from getting big fights or making money?
Right.
You know, sure didn't. So that's what I'm saying. So it was just like I just kind of, you know what I'm saying? I just end up seeing all of that, and I was like, okay, Bill, you doing too much. Like you getting all mad because I posted some fucking old ass sparring to help propel my career. If anything, lift a brother up. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting yours. You multi-millionaire. You doing your thing. Right. It ain't like I'm shit talking you. I'm telling you how good you are, how good you help make me at that. You know what I'm saying? Bill B. I'm trying to just get on. I'm just trying to make a life, make a living, bro. That's it.
Right. No, I respect it. Like I could see it on the other side why he could be frustrated or mad, but I'm being honest with you when I say I could understand your position. And that's why it was dope that you even touched on it. And people even saying in the chat, your honesty is rare. Like, hey, bro, what else can you do? You like if I'm knocking you dudes out and that ain't enough, like you kind of, you know, and again, I could just understand your intent, and intent for me, it matters. You know what I'm saying? You definitely didn't intend for it to, you know, go left for him or try to get a one up. Oh, he probably got a call. Yeah, I'll make sure y'all smash that like button, man. For the Wolf, Elijah Pierce in here building, man, telling us his story. I tell you, man, these fighters, they got real backstories, man. They got real dope backstories. And he's one of them. He's a guy that's been tried and true. He's been tested. He took a loss, bounced back, took a loss, and then bounced all the way back and ain't looked back since. Shout out to him. I know he probably got a phone call. Somebody probably called him. They cut him off. Y'all make sure y'all punch that like button, support the grind. Shout out to the Pat for coming to bed. Oh, that pop back. He'll be back. I know how that go. Probably got a phone call. Shout out to him, man. A lot of people did talk about that moment. You know, that sparring clip went viral, and people went crazy about it. All right, there you go.
That, bro. Yeah, I had
All good.
Like I said, I had a phone call. Hold on, let me put my
phone.
Good.
On All good.
D&D.
All good, bro.
Yeah. What was I about to say? Oh damn! I lost my train of thought.
Nah, it's all good. We was talking about. I was just telling you. You had like you said, you had a means to an end. I respect your intent. For me as a man, I can't speak for nobody else. Intent matters, and I think you being genuine as hell when you say it wasn't to one up them. That would have made it all the different. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, look what I did. You was like, bro. I mean, look, maybe this will get your attention. I was in here with one of the absolute best. Look, I could hold my
that's
own.
it. All I wanted to just prove is that I belong. I really do belong.
That's all.
I
Right,
really wanted them. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just like it was really just a miscommunication with bro. But end of the day, you know, it just kind of he showed me his other side though, because I'm like, bro, I've told you multiple times it wasn't that, and he kind of kept that energy. So I'm just like, I'm one of those people, especially at this point in my life. If you want to keep the energy like that, then nigga, fuck you. Like,
I get it.
Anybody.
Respect. I definitely get it wholeheartedly, bro. And like I say, probably so many people. Just imagine how many people constantly trying to make it. Oh, you see what he did? Oh, you get what I'm saying? You probably got enough people telling you that you was on it in a way that you wasn't. But I could hear you clearly, and I could understand and seeing your situation. Like I said, man, doing it right inside the gym, took your losses like a man, bounced back like a man, ain't looked back since. You knocking these dudes out, getting rid of them. You show them moments of vulnerability. You got knocked down in the fight, got up, still won by knockout. Like, what else do it take for people to say, hey, look, I'll give my opportunity? And again, maybe if I show y'all that I'm in here with y'all favorite fighter holding my own, maybe you'll start, you know what I mean? Give me another look. So, like I said, I respect it. It's more than one way to look at that stuff, man. And I could appreciate your honesty for sure.
Man, and I'm gonna be honest, even with the food in the joint. Like I said, anytime I've been nice in this game, like literally, bro, anytime I've been a humble, wholehearted dude, because that's me, bro. I'm not faking for nobody. I'm gonna always be me 10 toes. I don't give a fuck. Like, straight up. I also believe, I want to support my black brothers. I don't ever want to hate on my black brothers.
Right.
Feel me?
Right.
We fooling. I never meant no harm in okay. With the whole thing with him, right? He was mad because like this how it all started. It started on Twitter. Because I remember one of my fans or whatever, he added Fulton and was like, and tagged me too, like, hey bro, you should fight Elijah Pierce for your comeback fight. This when he got knocked out by Inoue. And Fulton was like, what? No, he said, hell no, that nigga trash, blah blah blah. With he was just talking shit. And I'm like, so I add him back, and I'm like, yo, why you doing all that? Like, I ain't got nothing but respect for you, bro. Like, what you fuck? Why you doing all that shit? Why I'm trash? Like, you know what I'm saying? So then he's like, oh no, you was speaking on me and blah 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 and all that. So then I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, bro, Ellie Steckback asked me a question about you. Now, if you go watch the interview I did with Ellie Steckback, he had said that, how do you think Fulton and Inoue, if they do it a second time, how it goes? I said, I think it's going to happen the same way. I said, I just don't think Fulton does well with power punches or whatever. And he asked about me and Inoue. I was like, yeah, Inoue's, I'd be Inoue. Now, and I said, Inoue, I'd be Inoue. Inoue is going to respect me. I'm not Stephen Fulton. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't meaning that in a shade type of way. I was just saying that.
Speaking like a fighter.
Yeah, I'm not fucking Steve Fulton. Look at my knockout ratio. It speaks for itself. I'm not
80%, just so you know. 80% KO ratio, bro, that you got.
That's 80. What I'm saying. I'm like,
every 10 guys, that means 8 of them bite the dust. That's what that means. For every 10 guys you fight, 8 of them gonna go night-night.
So what? That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, so what does that mean for Stephen Fulton? Stephen Fulton just like what, 38, 40, or maybe something like that. It's like it's 8. He got like 22 fights, I believe, and it's 8 knockouts. So I think
yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, anyway, bottom line, I'm like, the whole thing about it is that he never specified that specifically, so I didn't know. So when I seen him in Vegas for the Frank, I was Frank Martin's sparring partner. So when I seen him, for that or whatever, he was doing it. He actually seen me before. We was both walking in the hallway. He turned around. That nigga, I know he seen me. Cause even my boy I was with, my shrimp coach, he even pointed out. He was like, "Yo, there go Fulton right there. He see it." He said, "Oh, you gonna say something to him?" And I was like, "Yeah." When I walked past, we was about to walk up, but then he turned around. So I'm like, "Okay." I was like, he was doing all that talking online. I was like, okay. So then he's doing a interview with Fight Hype at this time.
Right.
I go stand. I approach him by myself. I told my homeboy to wait here. I go approach him by myself, and I stand right behind the camera. I'm right behind the camera, and I'm waiting for him to finish his interview. And I'm trying to be respectful. Like, I ain't trying to be on no clout chase. get in front of the camera, you know, interview, crash this shit, all that. I'm literally trying to be on some, bro, why you doing all that? Like, I ain't got no problem with you, bro. Like, it's cool. I'm trying to be cool with bro for real. So I'm sitting back, waiting. He ends up seeing me behind him, and then he points me to him. So I walk up or whatever, and my first thing I'm thinking, oh, bro, so what we gonna do? So we gonna fight? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And then, you know, I'm like, you know, you called me trash or whatever with the but you say my name with the whoop. And I'm like, dude, Ellie asked me a question about you. Like, what are you talking about? So we keep going over that over and over. And then he finally just like, bro, just keep my name out that shit or whatever. So then I'm just like, okay, so are we gonna fight though? You want? I would love to fight you. Like I was keeping the respect. I'll let
you was. I seen the clip. I don't think that was a clout chase move. You wasn't making a scene. You was just genuinely trying to talk to him. That's what it looked like to me.
Now, if I wanted to pipe up, I could easily pipe up and call him a bitch and be like, nigga, I'll beat you. I could have did all that.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think that was like the vibe. I wasn't trying to do that until I could see how he was being disrespectful in a sense of undermining me. He was look, oh, I'm too big, nigga, you ain't nothing. Then that's when I started feeling some type of way. Yeah. Then I'm like, hold up, bro, because that's when the interviewer asked, he said, okay, if y'all fought, who will win? I said me by knockout, and I looked dead at him, and then he walked away. He walked away, and then I said, okay, that's what I thought. Then he was like, oh, why are you trying to say something after I left? I'm like, nigga, you just walked away. So I don't know. Anyway, that was the whole thing with the online shit that niggas kept trying to go with.
It happens. It happens, man. And at the end of the day, I look at it, y'all two competitors, and I can see how it can get like that because it's just competition at the end of the day. Nobody want to give somebody the upper hand or even sound like it. So I can see his stance, but
it ain't even about no upper hand. The whole point is that he don't want to fight me. He fucking knows it.
Oh, talk about it. You don't think he
want
to fight you?
He do not want to see me. I promise he don't. Because one, it's proven I can punch. And it's not that, and it ain't just like I'm just a puncher. I can box too. A lot of people say I have the ability to box, but I like to stand in front too much and exchange too much. In a sense, yeah, they are right, but they don't really know all the reasonings behind it. I don't let everything be known. But there's been, even there's been weight problem, reasonings, all the same excuses that they tried to give to him. I went through all that shit too. Even my last two fights, with Villanueva and San Martin, had weight problems. Was what I'm saying? Well, I actually was injured in my last fight with San Martin. Still dropped his ass fourth. I was injured. Right. So it's like I don't even say that to make excuses. I just like end of the day, man. Y'all don't understand what goes on in our lives, man. We go through a lot of shit in this boxing.
That's why I like to hear the story. You're going to talk to a real one that really understand. I want to hear that stuff because I'm not going to label it an excuse. Like, I feel like we need to be educated. And what better way to be educated than from somebody that actually do it? You telling me you going into fights injured with weight issues, like it's real. It's just part of the journey. You're not making an excuse. You're saying, yo, look, this is what I was going through.
That's it.
I respect it, man. And look, it ain't like you up here whining about it. You still sitting up here with a crazy win streak, and that leads me to my next question, man. What do you want?
All these motherfuckers.
What do you want next? I see you going in. I seen you going in a little bit with Fulton. And look, I don't take a side because I respect y'all both. I love boxing.
I
don't know about him.
Personal.
I think that'd be a great fight.
I want Fulton because it's personal. Like I said, now you disrespected and you undermined me. You know what I'm saying? If me and Tank made sense, it would be the same with him. I would want to fight him too. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about people's opinion. Oh, y'all can think, because I see how finicky people are. When I wanted to fight anyway at 122, when I was calling him out to get that fight, everybody was like, "What? Well, you'll definitely lose anyway. Would knock you out in 3 rounds. Fight Fulton. Fulton is trash. You will beat him or whatever. Go fight him or something." Now all of a sudden, because he got a little bullshit win over Figueroa. Now it's he's too technical for you, blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I bet you he won't take the fight though, unless he's forced to fight me. I bet you he won't take it.
Right. Because I think it'd be a great fight though for boxing. I do personally. I think it'd be fun.
I will knock Fulton out in fucking 8 rounds. I'm telling you, people have not seen.
I heard it, Chance. Going out late
of my boxing ability. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like my last couple fights, I've been injured, going through weight problems. I'm going through all types of shit people have no idea about. I don't speak on it. I don't make excuses. But just continue to see me keep developing, keep growing.
Right.
This is what I did in the amateurs, bro. I did the same thing. Like literally, like I said, it only took me 2 national tournaments before I started placing and beating some of these top guys in the amateurs. That's it.
You
2
took
years.
a couple of little bumps, and it just been steady up. Quality opposition, quality guy, and you getting rid of these dudes that ain't never been stopped too. I got a lot of respect for your growth, your development, and where you headed. And like as fight fans, we not supposed to take a side. Like I always tell you, I give everybody just due. I respect y'all journeys, both of y'all, and you know, hopefully, you know, for boxing that we can see that fight, because I don't think it's a bad fight at all.
No, a lot of people wanted to see the fight before. When I was, like I said, when I was calling out anyway, everybody was like, yeah, fight for, that'd be a great fight, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, now just people trying to, like I said, they just being finicky, trying to eat dick just because he got to win over Figueroa. And and to me, don't get me wrong, Fulton did his job. Yes, he did. He did his job. He won. Yeah, good job. I congratulate him for that. But that was not him doing anything miraculous. It wasn't him being too technical and he just completely outclassed Figueroa. No, Figueroa had a bad night at the office. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. I don't know what happened in his camp. That was not the same Figueroa from the first fight. It's evident. So that was my whole thing. I'm just like, I ain't hating at all. Like, he did his job. He won. Yeah. He's the champion. Yeah. But I'm just saying that was not all him. That was Figueroa who had
listen, I understand. I mean, I watched the fight too. I definitely thought that was one of the worst performances that he's ever had, you know, Figueroa. Sure. But you know, cool boy, smart. I'm rooting for him for the same reason I root for somebody like you, because y'all lose and people just write you off. Like, you know, they did it with him. He got knocked out. They just wrote him off.
And they did. And that's why I can't and that's another part of the reason why I can't respect him, because it's like I said, bro, you know, another brother, you hating on me and doing all this because you ain't even trying to be sensible, or you don't care to even understand or why, like, what's going on. Like, I ain't trying to hate on you, my boy. Right. I ain't got nothing but respect for you. Yeah, and you over there trying to treat me like I'm an enemy and you don't even know me. Right. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these dudes, they don't care about that shit. That's what I had to learn in this game. A lot of people, they don't abide by morals and principles and values. That's how I was raised. I stand on that 10 toes. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes not built like that. I'm like, bro, you a Muslim at that, and you carrying yourself that way. That's another thing. I'm like, bro, like, you should know better. You know what I'm saying? Speak to me man to man. Talk to me man to man, and then you would have seen. I didn't mean no harm to you, bro. I ain't trying to disrespect you. I ain't trying to hate on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
I didn't see that. I didn't get that vibe.
Yeah, I didn't get that vibe for no reason.
I think sometimes it's just easy to get, you know, I think it'd be the outside noise more so than anything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know, agitating a situation, because if you really just look at it for what it is, as a fighter, you're supposed to call people out. And the fact that you want to fight him, share the ring with him, that's a compliment to him. That's not a diss. That, like, the fact that you want to fight him, even if you feel like you're going to win the fight, the fact that you think he's worth you strapping up, lacing up, getting in the ring with is a testament to what you think about him, even if you think you can beat him, because you ain't chasing bums. I know that's not what you're about. So that's not what you do, chasing a quality fighter, and you like, look, let's get in there. So like I said, for boxing, bro, I love it. You know what I mean? I get it. You're going to go back and forth. Y'all competitors at the end of the day. It's all good. But I think your story needed to be told. I'm glad you came up in here and gave me your time today to build. So let me ask you, because I had you here for a while. What do you want the most? You know, what's the ideal year for Elijah Perry? You hear me? You hear me? He froze up. He froze. I probably got dedicated 8 weeks of camping. Carlos is part of boxing. Absolutely. That it just has to happen. That's how we know who y'all wants.
Hey, man, like I said, I honestly at this point, I don't give a fuck about all that. Like I said, I've always been respectful, man. But like I said, if these guys they're not gonna show me the same respect after giving to them, then it is what it is. Like I said, fuck them all. I'm literally, I'll show you why you need to respect me. That's why I want Fulton so bad. I'm gonna beat the dog shit out that motherfucker when we get in that ring. I put it on everything I love. I'm going to demolish him. And then when everybody is like, everybody gonna have an excuse here. He was damn good after anyway. And all I'm gonna tell him is, shut that shit up. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Y'all always got an excuse as to why this happened and this happened and that happened. No, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Y'all two real fighters, man.
I beat the guy y'all said I couldn't beat, and it's gonna
y'all
keep
two
happening.
Real fighters,
I'm
y'all
not
deserve y'all
losing.
credit.
I'm not.
Right.
Like, y'all people don't understand what I went through to get here, man. I didn't damn near lost it all twice. Twice,
right.
Man. Y'all think I'm about to let anybody just come in there and take what I didn't damn near, man, boy, people just don't know, boy. I lost my life for this shit.
How you
Ain't
here.
nobody
You on the right platform, bro. You on the right platform, talking the real truth, that real backstory. And everybody in here, if y'all not following him already, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are, because I already know.
I can't hold on a second.
You can't hear me?
That's why I was like, why the fuck can I hear you? Okay, say something again.
You hear me now? You still can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Come back out and come back in. Go back.
Hold on.
Shout out to the fan, man. Smash that like button.
There you go. All
right, bet. Champ said he ain't going, man. He knocking shit out. He done came too far. He done went through too much, man. I love it. Love the energy. I love the passion, bro. We gonna keep supporting, keep rocking with you. So why? I got you. I want much longer. What do you want the most? What do you want this year?
Man, like I said, the only thing I've been wanting is big fights, bro. That's it. That's all I've wanted was big fights. I've been begging for the big fights. It's just been a time. It's been a timing thing. So I was told that now it's kind of like, oh well, you can't get full now. You just trying to clout chase and get a title shot and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, man, okay, I can't win for losing. So if I can't get full right now, give me any fucking top 10, top 15, or whoever I need to, to prove that I'm worthy. I'll beat their ass, and then I'll beat Fulton ass right after that. Whatever I need to do, bro. Like,
right.
I'm not really just concerned about him. Don't get it twisted. Like, I ain't.
Nah, you want smoke. You got an appetite for smoke. You want the biggest fight that you can possibly get, and I can see why. I can't nobody say you don't deserve it and you didn't put the work in. You had opportunities to quit. You had an opportunity to hang it up, and you didn't. So
exactly, man. That's it. And it really, even through this, this is something. I don't, like I said, man. I don't mind being real about it, bro. Because anybody who chooses to get in this game, they'll understand one day what I'm talking about. Like, even I'm
Appreciate
top 5 in the world, bro. Top 5.
Right. Yeah, they got you 3 WBA, 6 WBO, and IBF 10, and you might be even higher than that now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm top 5, and yet people don't understand. I ain't made top 5 money. Nah, I do all right for myself. Yes. Because I hustle and I put in the work, and I do other stuff on the side too. But they don't understand, bro. I don't make top 5 money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it ain't just about the money. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Everybody wants money for work that they put in. Everybody does. But it ain't just about money with me. It's about my legacy. I could have got the Inouye fight in December. I could have fought him in December of this year.
Really?
That's probably made about $2 million. I decided not to do it because he wasn't gonna get the best version of myself. I already been having weight issues. I already been, going through it. So just like I said with Sam Martin, I end up getting hurt. So why would I put myself in position with somebody like Inouye? That's not smart. Now, if I get to fight him at 26, it'd be a blessing because I know I can beat him. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, even with him. I will beat him. I remember my own father, he literally, I called him and I was like, Dad, this is when he fought Tapales. I said, Dad, watch the fucking fight. I'm telling you, I will beat him. I know I'll beat him. And he was like, oh, I don't know, son. You might got too much dip on your chip with that one. I'm like, Dad, I'm telling you, dog, go watch the fight. I will fucking beat him. I know I will. He called me back about 30 minutes later.
hell yeah, son, you will fucking beat him. I know. You will beat him. And I'm like,
That's funny.
I've been in this game, bro, too long. I know what I'm talking about. Like I said, people can doubt me all as much as they want. I know I've been in this game, bro. I'm
Right.
living it every day. I know what I'm talking about.
Right. Now, I respect it, man. You hungry, man. You want fighters that guys don't typically call out. Guys don't actively seek out Stephen Fulton, regardless of how you feel. You know, you on your shit, but guys don't always actively seek him out. Guys ain't actively looking for monster anyway fights. You get what I'm saying? So I respect it, man. I respect the hungry. Probably got another call. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button if y'all haven't. Support the grind, man. Shout out to the champ for coming through the build. You can hear me?
Oh yeah, man. No, man. Just I was supposed to I had a client or whatever, so they was calling to see if we were still on, so I had to rush out. But it's all good. Don't
All
worry
good.
about it. My fault.
So look, I ain't gonna keep you here too much longer, but so we all clear. Y'all heard what he said. Look, he's smoking shit. He want the biggest and best fights out there. You know, as a fight fan, I want to see you in those fights. I think you're exciting, you're explosive. You definitely you're on a hell of a run. I just want to see it pay off for you.
Man, that's it, man. Like I'm one of those dudes. If I can't shit, I'll get out the pot. You feel me? Like I ain't fooling myself. I ain't goddamn one of those who trying to fake the funk and do all that. Like I'm real with it. So I want the ability to see what I can do too. And I know what I can do because I've done it several times. And I wasn't even prepared. Like I said, I remember even in the amateurs, bro. My boy, one of my homeboys, Gary Antonio Russell. Motherfucker was knocking out niggas in the amateurs. I remember this is like my first big fight in the amateurs in Georgia when I moved there. Everybody like thinking I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out. I ended up giving that boy the fighter's fucking boy. I was in there, boy. I was in there doing my thing. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? And really, I beat him.
Right.
I beat him.
Right.
You know, everybody was so impressed because nobody had seen anybody really be able to contend with him for real.
Right. Right.
So you know what I'm saying? It was just only a testament of how good I am.
Right.
And I
You've been
proved
putting
that.
in the work for a while now. Like I said, man, more eyes are definitely on you. OTX opened up a lot more eyes, in my opinion. I started hearing more people talk about you, and I think you taking on the Wolf moniker, I think that really just opened people's eyes. You know, doing the walkout with your daughter, it's a lot. It's like you showing people different parts of you, and you still a father while you're doing all of this stuff. Have you found a balance yet? Yeah, you know, obviously you doing something right. You found a balance in between, you know, trying to be a dad and box as well.
Yeah, bro. Like you know, now I'm about to be a second time father. You know what I'm saying? My son.
Congrats to you, bro. Congrats.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, my son will be here in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Yeah, like everything that I've ever asked for, God has delivered. And like I'm so devout on giving him the glory, bro. Cause like I you know, don't get me wrong, I used to like a lot of people, I was never really sure. Like don't get me wrong, I always, you know, believed in God and praised God because that's what I was taught to do. But after going through my own experiences in life and being taught through life, I'm like, there's a God. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can tell me different. There's a such thing as divine intervention as well. Nobody cannot tell me nothing to dispute that because I've went through it. I understand how stuff has been orchestrated. I understand how different ways made other situations happen and so on and so forth. So you know what I mean? Like I give him all the glory, and I'm gonna do everything I said I'm gonna do, and that's one thing I have done. That's the reason I started giving the gifts at the weigh-ins, just to further prove I stand on everything I say I'm gonna do.
Right. And I rock with that. And just so we clear, because I see a couple people that anyway news or information got people going. So you saying you had an opportunity to fight him back in December, but you were injured. You
No, I'm saying I didn't want to risk it.
Oh,
I'm saying, yeah, the fight. My last fight was in against Jose San Martin in August 30th. Now I had got news I could possibly fight in a way December of this year because he's supposed to fight in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
Or whatever. Now I could have possibly really gotten that fight, and I was I kind of just like was like I was fighting with it. It was like really bothering me because I wanted to do it so damn bad. Like I wanted that fight, man. Like I literally people ain't even gonna believe me. I fucking cried, bro. I was literally crying,
Nah, I believe that shit.
mad as fuck. Like I was just like, man, like I want that fight so damn bad, but. I realistically, I was like, I don't want to sell out and fight that man half cocked because if I do that, it's gonna stain my fucking legacy. If I don't fight him, I can get $2 million. Okay, cool. But yeah, if I fight him and then I don't give my best performance and he knocked me the fuck out, then I'm giving everybody leverage to say, oh, I knew you. See, I knew you couldn't beat anyway. See, I knew you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that.
It's
I
a tough
respect
decision,
myself
bro.
as a man more than that, bro.
Yeah, that's tough. You wasn't about to just throw your career away for the one bag. You get what I'm saying? If you wasn't 100%.
That's what I'm saying. I knew I wouldn't be. I just knew I wouldn't be, bro. I'm about to be 30 years old, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I really started learning about cutting weight and doing all that shit. I learned about it too late. That's why I had only did 5 fights at 122. And out of those 5, like I said, the last 2 was hard as fuck to make. You know what I'm saying?
And look, hearing the number, $2 million or whatever, people, oh, you should have took it. Nah, I think you thinking longevity, bro. Think you thinking longevity and you thinking past one fight. A lot of times we hear the big name in the number and we like, oh, go get it. But you like, what if I go in there, I'm half-assed, I ain't 100%, I get my
that's
ass.
what I'm saying.
Get what I'm saying?
I ain't even gonna speak on the other shit. I ain't even gonna speak on that. But what I will say is like, bro, let's say I took the fight, I'm 50%, 60%, whatever, and I'm not fully me, and he hurts me. Something happens. Like I said, I get a damn brain injury, or I you know what I'm saying, something happens. Then now I'm severely fucked. Over $2 million that I can't even enjoy.
Yeah, it's deeper than the bag, man. Your health is more important, man. You can get another fight, you can't get another body. So
that's what I'm saying,
I respect,
man. I'm a dad, bro.
I respect it. I could imagine how tough that decision was. Like something that you want right there, and you ain't even in your best position to take it. I think you were thinking about your career, bro, in life. Dude, after one fight.
I'm no joke. I'm being all the way 100 with you because I fuck with your energy. That's why I want to make. I'm kind of giving you exclusive.
Appreciate you.
I'm giving you exclusive information. Like my name, like I dead ass was bawling tears, crying. I had called pops, everything. I'm like, I'm going through it, bro. I'm like, Dad, I want to do this fucking fight so bad, bro, but I just can't, bro. I can't. Like, oh, I wish it was more I could even give you, because the story is even really deeper than that. But it's certain stuff I can't speak on.
I get it. Listen, you say what you come to with, and I'm cool with it. That's all. It's all good.
For sure. I'm just disclaiming it to you. That's all. But
we respect it, bro, and that's real. Like I say, a lot of people just don't understand like what y'all go through, man, and you got to think about life after one fight. I always say that. That's something I talk about on here. So, man, I think that should have come around. You just got to keep putting in the work, bro. You've been kicking ass. You've been winning, and I don't see it changing. You know what I'm saying? So, are you planning to move up to 26?
No, I'm already there now.
Are you already here?
I'm number 6 right out the gate. I'm in the WBA, and we still waiting for the other rankings to come out.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Some real smoke up there at 26, man. I know we gonna see you in some of these fights. I know we are.
Yeah.
I know we are, man. The shoot, Carrington. It's a lot of smoke.
Literally, bro. That's everybody's been vying for that fight. Everybody's like, man, you want fool and go through shoot first. Go through shoot first. Man, look, this and I'm gonna speak. I wanted to make sure I spoke on this too, because everybody keeps saying that. That's all I keep saying in my comments. Shu is my dog for real, like in real life. Like I got Shu number, I can call him right now. Like that's the homie. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not letting nobody, I repeat, no fucking body interfere with my legacy now. Just like I know he would do this, he would feel the exact same way. If we have to fight, we're gonna fight.
Right.
And we'll fuck around and have dinner with each other, families, all that afterwards. It'd be cool. Like, that's my dog.
Right.
But just going out there calling him out and doing that, I'm not doing that because,
Yeah.
like I said,
No, I
my
get that.
integrity. You feel me? Is just my integrity speaks first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I am as a man. That's a good brother. He do the same shit. My
Mm-hmm.
manager even called him without, like, he had told me this. He said he just going to call, check his temperature, and see if he would take the fight with me. He said the exact same thing I said, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, True, a real one, bro. Like he
Yeah.
that's a real
Yeah.
good dude. Like I
Yeah.
fuck with him.
I
Out of
seen him fight
anybody
a
in
couple
boxing.
times. Right.
At anybody in boxing, I fuck with him the most. No cap. As far as
That's dope.
contemporaries, other fighters. For
That's
sure.
dope, man. I seen him fight a few times live and got to sit next to his people. And he got some
Word.
really good people too with some real good energy. Shout out to Shushu, man. And you know, people are always gonna talk, but 26 is where it's at for you, man. So when you looking to get back in there?
Man, I was honestly, the fight got postponed twice already. I was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to fight. It's supposed to be in March, and then it got moved to April, and then now May. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. You know, I didn't been out the ring about there. It's gonna be about 10 months by the time it come around. But you know, regardless,
Mm-hmm. Stay
I'm
locked
in the
in, bro.
gym.
It's coming for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I'm locked in.
It's
I'm
coming,
doing what
yes,
I gotta
sir.
do.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So by the
I'm
time it
rocking
come
with that.
around, I got a
Mm-hmm.
fucking point to prove for sure. Like
Right.
I'm ready, bro. Like I said, all the negative shit, all it's doing is fueling me at this point. I used to give it a lot of attention and used to
Mm-hmm.
really, like, you know, take it to heart type shit. But now
Right.
I'll just be laughing. I just be like, y'all gonna see,
Yeah.
boy.
Now
Y'all
you
gonna
got
see.
the
And
right
that,
mentality. You got the right mentality. Focus on the shit that's important, and that's why I think that's why you having the success you having. You approaching things the right way, bro. You hungry and you want to fight, and I think anybody that listen to us build should be able to pick that up from you. You want what's coming to you. You want to fight the best fighters out there, and that's something that anybody that's a boxing fan should be able to appreciate and support. You know what I mean? You want the smoke. You want to be in the fights that we say we want to see you win. So I'm just hoping you get him. I think you would. Will you saying maybe around May you be back in there? Hey man,
it'll be April or May, man.
April or
So
May.
you know,
Hey
we
man,
gonna
hopefully
see.
it's April. That's my birthday month, man. Hopefully, man, because
Word.
I definitely like to come out and catch you live, bro, for sure.
Salute,
So
bro. Yeah, do a live interview. That'd be dope too. So
man, yeah, we gonna stay locked in. We're gonna stay in touch. Look, I kept you here long enough. I don't want to hold you too much longer. Let the family know where they could follow you at if they're not already following.
nah, for sure. I appreciate all y'all who tuned in. Like I said, I appreciate you, bro. Like, you know, for reaching
Yeah,
out. You know, it was a pleasure. Like I said, I'm on Instagram at Elijah_Pierce, and then on Twitter at WXXXLFIE. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I ain't one of these Hollywood dudes, but anybody can tap in with me. Y'all need advice. I need life advice. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Like I'm just not one of those people who don't mind
Right.
responding to folks. You feel
Hey,
me?
and that's why I told you when you first got up here, I appreciate you because not everybody is like that, and you helping me bridge the gap. One of my goals is to kind of bridge that gap with content creator and fighter, and let y'all
Yeah,
know that there's some people that really just appreciate the sport and the shit that y'all do, and we get it. We get how difficult it is. So I just wanted to make sure I gave you Elijah Pierce your just due. Stay in touch, man, and we gonna keep rocking with you, bro.
absolutely. And just a quick
Mhm.
answer for the for the chat. I see they was talking about the the NOA joint too. And like I
Talk
said,
to 'em.
don't not get me wrong. Like I said, that $2 million was one of the most enticing fucking offers like I could think about. Like, man, like, dude, this is like life changing right here.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But
right.
end of the day, like I said, y'all will see in the long run when I'm a multi-weight world champion, when I'm making millions of dollars from doing, from staying solid on my character and my principles. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll make sense. Oh yeah, see, he could have had $2 million or whatever, but possibly lost or
Right,
possibly been hurt
right,
or whatever the case may be. But now
right.
I'm making even that much more. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
exactly. Bet on self. That's all you did, man. And we rocking with that. We support you the whole way. Look, stay in touch, stay tapped in, man, to the channel. We rocking with you. This won't be the last time I speak to you for sure. I will reach out again to continue to build as you continue to be great, bro.
Say less, man. Hey, peace and love to you. Peace and love to the chat. Till next time, brother.
Shout out to you, the family, and your baby girl.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Appreciate you. So y'all, man, y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. That was the champ Elijah Pierce is just due, man. Y'all heard it. I know y'all like to get to the stuff, man, but you know what it is. He want that Fulton fight bad. He said it's personal. He said he had an opportunity with the NUA, but he wasn't 100. A lot of people going, you should have fought him anyway. I understand that when you hear the money, you just like, I'll jump to it, but you got to think about life after one fight. And then think about what the people going to say. You think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt if he go into a fight less than 100%, lose, and then say, oh, the reason I lost is that. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot to consider. Like he said, man, he was very transparent, honest. He said he balled his eyes out. I don't think he got no reason to sit up here and lie about that, because what's the chances that you ask for an opportunity or that you looking for an opportunity, right? And then it come, but then you ain't ready. So just imagine the disappointment that you got to deal with when you can't take the fight. So, man, much love, much respect to Elijah Pierce. We appreciate him coming up here to chop it up and build. Shout out to everybody that came through, pulled up, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. We're going to be here for a little bit longer because we're going to talk some boxing too, man. We're going to talk some boxing. We're going to talk some boxing. Yeah. Hey, yeah, all facts. Canelo, but look how they did him, bro. You get me? Look what happened. Look how they did him. Look how they trashed him, talked about him, threw him away, neurological issues. He was just a drunk. Like, you get me? Just like you heard everything. Like they completely shitted on Errol Spence, sacrificed everything to get a fight fans the fight that he said he was going to give them, the fight they said they wanted. When he lost it, they just tossed him, balled him up, threw him out. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm glad you brought that up. When you see a situation like that, he gave us the fight and they still shit it. So just think about it. And he ain't even in the Errol Spence position. And think about how they'll do. They'll write him off completely. You get me? So I respect it, man. I understand that he was honest. He didn't even have to say that. So I don't think he just volunteered, no BS, man. I rock with him. It was a dope build, man. Good conversation, man, with him for sure. And we tapped in. We're gonna be rocking with him. But let's keep building, man. Let's talk a little bit while we here. Shout out to everybody, man. ETB, I seen my guy in the building. Was good with it. Kello Banks. Shout out to Melanin Queen, Mr. M Pride. Peace to the Queen Lisa. I seen Aisha in the building. 2 cents. Dante's Boxing Talk. How y'all feeling, man? And top pound for pound guy, you could come. We could come back. Maybe a Kello, maybe, but then again, that'll be his third loss, and it'll be a knockout loss. They'll be ready to write him off. I ain't saying he can't come back, but they'll be looking for a reason to write him off. Jonathan 97, what it do, fam? How you feeling? How y'all feeling? We're gonna build for a little bit while we're here, though. But big shout out to Elijah Pierce for coming through the build. Yeah, unless you get hurt back. That's what he was thinking. That's what he was saying. Like, if you come in already less than 100%, then you go out there and get a brain injury or something. Now you even worse. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Just Do. Yes, I see ya. I see you now. How you feeling? But let's talk for a little bit while we here, man. While I got y'all here, we're gonna build, because something that everybody been talking about is Terence Bud Crawford. Damn, I did want to ask him about Turki Al-Sheikh and guys fighting in Saudi. That slipped me, but I get to that. I get to it another time for sure. He said who is who? What is that? Who is Turki Al-Sheikh? John Cooney just died after a KO. Yeah, RIP to John Cooney. You right. I see people posting him. RIP to him. This shit is real. So that's all I say, bro. Just be smart, man. Be smart. Yo, this shit is, boxing is unforgiving, man. Like, you know, so you definitely don't want to walk into a situation compromised. You're not beating NUA being compromised, yo. That's a tough task. That dude gonna smoke some shit. You need to be 100% self, and even that, more times than not, don't be enough to get that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I respect everything he said. Look, I see it for what it is, man. Let's see what's next for the champ, man. Yeah, brain hemorrhage. That shit crazy. Shout out to 2 cents. That shit wild. Thomas Hill, my guy. What's good with it? But look, let's keep building, man. Let's build for a little bit. 2 mil don't replace the value. Yeah, and you have in his child's life. And then you see he shared the stage with his daughter, brought her out with one of the walkouts. I thought that was dope, bro. That's priceless. She gonna remember that forever, bro. She gonna be able to show that to people, that they did the walkout like that. That was something different. It's a tough man sport though. So if you talk tough and don't take tough fights, the fans won't look at you the same. Yeah. But and look, what you're saying is exactly right, Akello. But I think in his case, if you just look at his track record, right? If you're really trying to have an honest opinion on Elijah Pierce, just look at the track record. Go look at the fights. I'm not just saying it because I interviewed him. It's a reason I wanted to get him up here. Like, aside from the Fulton stuff, like, I wanted to highlight him, man. He had an interesting start to the game. You see, and he told you he's a late bloomer. Him and his dad learning on the job, like figuring it out. We learned about weight cutting late. Like, it's a lot that we don't know. We just be assuming that these guys got it all figured out, but they don't. And with all the knowledge that he may have lacked, or him and his pops as a collective, he's still 20-2, 16 KOs, and he in a really good position to make some good fights if people are getting a ring with him. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him get them opportunities. So I think he fought some guys that were tough for sure, but fighting a tough guy in a compromised situation is almost like it's a bad gamble, if you get what I'm saying, unless you feel like it's going to be opportunities after that. It's a risky situation, bro. But I get it on both ends. I get it on both ends for sure. Well, let's talk about this real quick, man, for a little bit, man. Bud Crawford posted this on his IG story about his weight. You know, 186 pounds, and people got the exaggerating immediately, man. They're saying that he's bulking up and all of it. Why the hell would he be bulking up to 186? Why would he bulk up to 186 and he planned on fighting Canelo at 68? I mean, just for the life of me, people will make up anything, man. Like, bulking up. So you telling me you think Terence, him being one of the smartest fighters in the world, you think it's smart for him to bulk up in muscle and weight? What the hell is wrong with people? Bulking up to what? So I mean, he's still going up more? Like, yo, what is wrong with people? Yo, did you know I heard somebody say Terence Crawford is out of shape, bro? I ain't saying I'm with the man at all. I don't know him personally, but I have never, and I mean never, seen Terence Crawford out of shape. Ever. Like, do people really think that he's supposed to be, 154 pounds? Which I think he's supposed to weigh. He ain't fight since Madrimov. Of course he put on some weight. That dude ain't bulking up, man. He not bulking up. I don't think he about to put on mad weight to try to fight no Canelo Alvarez. I don't even think that would be smart. And that's the last thing I'm expecting Terence Crawford to be is stupid. You know what I'm saying? He ain't about to be done with it. I think that would completely hinder him and slow him down. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll cause issues that he don't even need if he just unnecessarily try to put on a bunch of weight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would make sense.
What's up, y'all? I'm looking forward to being undisputed in September. Let's get it. It's work time.
It's work time. But Crawford said it's work time. Say why does he weigh so much? I think it's kind of normal. I think when he was at 47, he used to get close to 182. I think these dudes just walk around heavy. Yeah, he say he walks around at 180 a while back, right? So if you think this, and again, when he say 180, like, I'm pretty sure he ain't saying 180 spot on, right? Obviously with the 6 pounds, but that people are treating it like that's an indication that he's went and put on weight. This man ain't put on no weight, bro. He ain't put no damn weight on. He did not put no weight on for no fight. This is not the weight he gonna be at all, bro. And I don't even know why people would convince themselves that he did. You know what I'm saying? He said, let's get his work time. He looked forward to being the 3-time undisputed, man. So he talking to Canelo, man. He out here tagging Nello. Hey, it looked like this fight actually gonna happen, bro. Look like it's actually gonna happen. Tag Canelo. He told him, good luck in your next fight. I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion. He talking that talk. Don, what it do? Dank Father, Thomas Hill. Shout out to the family, man. How y'all feeling? Actually broken up, but most of it's going to come off as soon as he starts training camp. We only put on about 6 to 12 pounds of muscle in a year. Yeah, and I really don't think that's the plan either, Don. I don't, though, for him to bulk up, as they're saying. Like, of course, you're going to put on some weight, but I don't think this weight is an indication of him bulking up per se, right? I think he just letting you know where his weight is at, and he good. He's time to put in work. He 186 now. He gonna knock that weight off. I think he gonna use all his time to try his best to acclimate to a comfortable weight. So when he go into the fight, he could perform, you know, at a high level. It's not gonna be easy for him, but shit, it ain't supposed to be, you know. The fighter is just cutting less weight. Yeah, but they, you know what I mean about the bulking up. Like they just exaggerating. Ball pulls it off. I'm gonna cry justice for you, your yokers. Oh man, 20 pounds off. Yeah, man. He gonna shave them pounds right off. Shave them joints right off. He gonna be on point. He gonna be on point. I'm telling you, man, if this weight don't affect him the way people think, bro, this is gonna be an interesting fight for sure. It is. It really is. It's gonna be a real entertaining fight. I think if the weight don't hinder him the way people expecting it to. And I can understand completely, like, no argument with anybody that think he's gonna be compromised. By the way, I get it, but just still got to see it, man. Shit, he willing to get in there and go for it, and I'll watch it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said all before, I ain't gonna spend too much time on this, but I don't think he bulking up. I just think he's showing you what his weight is, and he about to go to work. It's not much to draw from that. I've never seen Terence Crawford out of shape. I don't anticipate that he out of shape now either. You know what I'm saying? He just got weight on him. So he about to go to work. You know, that's one of the hardest working guys in the sport. He a damn gym rat. He 186 now. I'm pretty sure the next time he step on the scale, he's going to knock a bunch of that weight up off him. So we're going to see. As what I said before still stands. I still feel like he the best fighter that Canelo would have fought since Floyd. Most talented guy, you know what I mean? Even more than Beaver. Yeah, I do feel like if Beaver and Terence Crawford was the same size, I would pick Crawford. So that's, in my opinion, he the best fighter he fought since Floyd. Will that be a reason that he win? We gonna have to wait and see. He a much different physical specimen than he was when he fought Floyd. A lot bigger, a lot heavier, a lot more experience. Did get older just like everybody else, but make no mistake, Terence Crawford will be the older man. You know what I mean? But Canelo is older than what is he, 33, 34? Shit, he got older knees and elbow issues, wrist issues. He had all types of little stuff in his career. So the wear and tear is real. So we don't know. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. Let's see it, bro. That's what Crawford want. I believe he's going to go for it, man. Shaq seems to think Shaq said Terence Crawford knocks out Canelo. Shaq tripping. Shaq tripping. I don't know if he know the history on Canelo, but that man got a chin, bro. That knockout is crazy. Then there's 70 fights. Yeah, he got too many. God knows how many camps. You get me? You know what I'm saying? All that wear and tear, been fighting since he was 15. Yeah, you get me? He ain't no young man no more. He ain't no young man. And if Terence Crawford can box this guy, bro, he can box this guy. You get me? He can box this guy and stay away from them power shots. I don't know, man. It's an uphill battle to climb, but hey, man, shit, hey, it is what it is. Let's see it. Let's see it, man. Canelo, Jake Paul exposed the contract between them two. It seems as if Canelo was actually considering fighting this dude, and Canelo said like he don't fight YouTubers, but Jake Paul seemed to expose.
Oh, Canelo, you puta!
And this fucking YouTuber, I just fight real fighters.
Time to expose them. So we.
Oh, yo. English speaking Canelo is goated, bro. Everything he say funny, bro.
Oh, Canelo, you puta!
And this fucking YouTuber, I just fight real fighters.
Time to expose them. So we had a signed contract to fight. Here you can see Canelo's signature and my signature to the right. Claiming he's not fighting YouTubers. Bullshit. Look at the poster. We were announcing Tuesday, February 11th. Claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez, you bitch. The truth is you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut. The truth is these sports-washing shady characters are paying you hundreds of millions of dollars to stop our fight from happening because they couldn't fathom the fact that they can't create a bigger fight than me and you. Al Heyman has made you hundreds of millions of dollars and you turned your back on him for this check. Disloyal. And you were begging to do this fight on pay-per-view. But I have loyalty. Loyalty to Netflix, doing the biggest numbers. And you call me a YouTuber, but you've never had a boxing match as big as mine. Remember you told my team that your daughter came home and asked if you were fighting Jake Paul? She was all excited. You said that was the first time your daughter's ever asked you about a fight. And you're screwing over all your Mexican fans by doing your fights in Saudi. It just shows what type of person you are. And I promise you one thing, Canelo. Any fight that you do this year, mine will be bigger. So go fuck off to your boss, you Ring Magazine employee, you pink and orange bitch. And oh, fix that herpes on your lip, you dirty puta.
Yo, Jake pissed off. Jake called him an employee. He mad as hell. Buddy, how he called Benavidez a real fighter, not himself. Aisha, the truth comes out in strangest ways, Queen. You know it. That was funny, bro. He pissed off. Look, man, shout out to my guy, man. He pissed off, man. Look, at the end of the day, it's really, it come down to business, man. I don't look at this move that Canelo made as a sign of disloyalty per se. I don't. I think people adding some extra spin onto it. You got to look at it, right? Yeah, Jake Paul probably got some points. You know, they would have fought on Netflix. It would have been a big ass casual event because it would have brought in a crazy casual fan base, a crowd, because you know you fighting Jake Paul. But I think at the end of the day, the fact that not enough boxing fans view him as a legit opponent or a threat, even a real fighter for that matter, right? So I think the fallback, the fallout, the blowback from him fighting a guy that would be considered a YouTuber, it would be crazy, even for Canelo. I ain't saying he can't come back from it, but that just would be a very odd move for him to make, even for him at this point in his career, for him to stop everything he doing and fight Jake Paul. Like I was saying before, he would legit turn Jake Paul up. Like this would the result of the fight wouldn't matter because most people feel like they know what's going to happen. It'll just be what comes after that. And I think Jake Paul would just be able to talk more shit. The fact that he was able to stop you in the middle of your career, or not the middle, but just, you know, stop you from having real fights to entertain his shit and drag you into his world. I think it just would have been too many wins for him. Like, and it wouldn't have had nothing to do with having to beat Canelo in the ring. You get what I'm saying? So if he would have been able to finesse, you know, he already finessed the situation where he brought Mike Tyson out of retirement and got him in the ring for that circus event. But for you to then get one of the biggest active names in boxing, Canelo Alvarez, in the ring with you, like, you get what I'm saying? There's no loss for Jake Paul. It's only a loss for Canelo for choosing to waste his time. Like, nobody would respect that move. He got almost 70 pro fights. Jake Paul been pro for what, 5 years? Like, ain't no way in hell. Been boxing for 5 years. Like, ain't no way in hell, bro, that you would be able to, you won't be able to lay that one down. Kevin was good with it, fam. That'd be stupid, yo. So I think he did himself and you a favor to a degree, right? Then there's a flip side. You get knocked out bad, maybe people don't be entertained in your sideshow no more. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think he did business. You weigh your options. You got that one Netflix Jake Paul WWE type event. That's one fight. Or then you got potentially a 3 or 4 fight deal situation with Turkey, and you fighting guys that you should be fighting for the most part, right? Terence Crawford, I'll definitely take that over Jake Paul. No slight to Jake, but I'm not into that. know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that to be a handicap match. I don't care what he's selling. I don't care how big he think he is. He ain't been in the ring with nobody like no Canelo, and that should be all bad. So I didn't need to see it. I'm glad he went and did what he was supposed to do, man. Look, go fight Terence Crawford and fight some other people while you at it, man. But Jake Paul would have just been a stupid move. Very dumb. Very dumb move. Big fight. He said he gonna have the biggest fight. He gonna have the biggest fight in boxing. That's what Jake feel like he the big deal in boxing, bro. That's what Jakey feel like he the big deal in boxing. Feel like he making people money and he the biggest fight for people, but I just don't think that's a realistic fight. Y'all smash that like button, man. As we build it, man. And who gonna win that Tank ticket, man? Who gonna win the ticket to the Tank fight, man? Who gonna win it? Where my guy Remo at, man? Remo.
Why the hell Karen called him on? See what the fuck she want.
Hey, Remo.
Hey, yo, Karen, what's up? How can I help you?
I heard the JBT is doing a raffle for the Tank fight.
You know, I'm on vacation right now. I'm in Cabo. I don't get back until next week.
I need a favor, please.
Oh, you need a favor?
Yes, silly.
Isn't that against JBT policy?
Let's keep this between us.
You know, HR won't find it.
Tank is my favorite fighter. Could you pull any JBT strings?
See what I can do for you, man. Just give me a few.
You're the man. Thanks, Remo.
Appreciate you. Later. Bye.
The JBT is giving away a single ticket to the Tank Davis Lamont Roach Championship fight on March 1st. The drawing will be held on February 21st. Entries are $10 each or 3 for $25. Enter via Cash App, JBT Network 1. That's JBT.
Shout out to my guy Remo, man. You know, for the commercial, out there vacationing, sick as a dog, recovering. Shout out to my guy.
Match with Bevel and the.
Hold on, not this. This is not what I was looking for. My bad. Y'all smash that like button. So yeah, man, y'all jump in that raffle. Get yourself a chance to win a Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach ticket. You know what I mean? Compliments to the JBT family. $10 to enter, $25. Get you in there 3 times. Go ahead and win you a ticket and see somebody take that good old dirt nap. You know, Big Dre, what it do, family? How you feeling? The lines need to stop hiding from that monster in the closet. Oh, there you go. Let's talk fashion. My guy Remo's in the building, man. Safe travels on that road. Shout out to the Big Drop Dre in the building. But let's get to this though. Turki Al-Sheikh, gotta play this little interview from him that he did with Mike Coppinger. Mike Coppinger. Let's see, man. Turki been doing a lot of talking. He been in the headlines, man. He been pissing the good folks off, man. Where is this joint at? Man, this is funny, bro. This dude is amazing. He pissing off the community, man. They ain't feeling Big Turk. They tell him to stay his ass in Saudi. Hold on, yeah. Where is this at? Boom, 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 boom. There we go. My bad, y'all. I got it. Jake getting slapped. You just want to piggyback. But it's crazy because on one end, you hear people saying that his name was used to like promote or he got played or something. But I think if your name Canelo Alvarez, you don't need no fake promotion of a Jake Paul fight to generate any buzz. And as far as him taking that fight, and what is it, May supposed to be fighting William Skull? All that is William Skull got what? The IBF strap, don't he? He fight William Skull, knock him out, or beat him up, whichever one. That's only 2 options I see. Get that belt back, be undisputed again. And that way, when him and Terence Crawford fight in September, it'll be for undisputed. That's why Terence Crawford said, I can't wait to be undisputed, 3-time undisputed. The only way that happens is Canelo goes and beat up William Skull, get the belt back. Now it makes that fight for undisputed. It's just that simple, man. He's just doing smart business, to be honest.
Look, crazy week, crazy 48 hours, right? It looks like Canelo Alvarez, he's obviously the top star in boxing. Looks like he's going to be fighting Jake Paul in a novelty fight. And then at the very last second on last evening, Thursday night, you come in and announce the 4-fight deal to have Canelo Alvarez fight in Riyadh on May. And of course, the big super fight against Terence Crawford in September. How did it all come together, and how did you salvage everything at the last minute?
First of all, it's a pleasure to be with you. Second, the story starts from London.
My God.
In the ceremony of the ring, I meet Canelo there, and we get to know each other, and we discovered both that's what the problem is, the people in the middle all the time. You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Then we decide to talk directly together. Then we have agreements.
Big Turk said he cut out the middleman. It's always the man in the middle. He said he cutting out the middleman. He getting right to the source.
To have 3 fights between Riyadh season and Canelo. It starts from September, him against the legend Crawford. And I think this is the biggest fight in boxing in this time.
For sure.
And maybe forever. We don't know.
Man, stupid.
Then we will have another fight. It is open between February until May 26. And third fight in March, in September to October 26. And he said to us and asked us, he doesn't want to announce it until he announced and finished the deal about the May fight. He wants to fight in May. And he asked us if we are interested to have this fight. We say to him, it depends about who against and the situation in this fight. But we say to him, please, brother, choose great fight because we are building for the big fight. Him and Crawford accept to fight in Saudi Arabia, the big fight. But we as a Riyadh season know how is big this fight and also how is important, especially in America. For that, we prefer to do it in Vegas.
You see? And I just want to use that, what he just said right there, as a hint at maybe the direction that some of the quote unquote bigger fights will go if he's part of them. Do you hear what he said? Yeah, they'd be on Riyadh season, and yeah, like to put it on over there, but he understands how important it is for the American public to see this. So for that, he put it in Vegas. He think it should be in Vegas. That seems to a guy that it seems to me he's a guy that understands, like, the bigger the fights get, the more, especially when it's the American-based fighters, you want the fights over here. And it's just, this is one example of it. So I don't mean that everything is going to be in America, right? But I think as it pertains to the bigger fights, he'll at least explore to put them over here first as opposed to putting them there.
This is the only condition. Then, in the last 2 weeks, we start to hear the rumors about this fight. And in the last 48 hours, we heard it is close. Then,
no, that's my Carpenter.
It is not for our benefit because we are building the big fight against Crawford. We want him to fight, good fight, great fight in May. I will be honest with you. I start in the last 48 hours giving wrong information to everyone to make them go to another site. And when I know that
Shout out
big
to Damon. Appreciate you, bro.
appointment between one big platform and the camp of the two fighters, and there is people starting to doing posters and choosing arena and choosing where is the conference will be. Then I finish the deal in 5 minutes. I call Canelo directly.
Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. I ain't gonna just slip that in there like that. I heard him. So I was trying to let him finish his point. This dude sitting up here saying he spent the last 48 hours at the time putting out the wrong information, bro. Like what? Nah. Yo, what? I don't even know how to take that. Like, so what? Why would you do that though? See, that's what's wrong. We don't need misinformation, bro. We don't need that. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of shit boxing need, but it ain't misinformation is not one of them. It's more than enough of that going around already. You cannot be part of the circus that way, bro. Hell nah, man. You want to build trust with the boxing fan bases, man. You don't want to like have people looking at you like you some type of goofy, man. So I that is wild. Like admitting to putting out misinformation he said at least spent the last 48 hours putting out the wrong information is crazy. That's wild. Yo, Mr. Boxing Fanatics, he out here lying to the community, bro. Golly, yo. Drew Division, what's good with it, bro? I just thought that was bold. That's bold. Let's see what he got to say. He called Canelo directly. Okay.
And I said to him, hello, brother. You know, this fight will damage the pictures and the idea about our plan. And honestly, I think you are, as a Canelo, too young to take this fight. You can have it after 30 years.
Right.
When he is 60. Then he said to me,
he told Big Turk told Canelo he could have a fight with Jake Paul in 30 years when he's 60. That's crazy. This man is out of control, bro.
Brother, you know, from my inside, I don't want this fight ever. But I said to you,
he said, from my inside, I don't want this fight ever.
The May fight. I don't have something in the table and I must fight before Crawford. And we discuss, and in 5 minutes, we closing the deal. And that's it.
So you mentioned
this dude, shout out. He said, and that's it. So he spent 48 hours lying to the people on purpose just to double back, call Canelo. He said he made the deal within 5 minutes. So he out here playing with the boxing public. Yo, that's not a good look, Turk. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how you gonna climb your way up out of this, but that's crazy work. This man admitted to just lying in real time to the people. And he said it with a straight face, too. Yeah, he talked Canelo off that ledge. Nah, so all things real, like, let me be serious, though. I'll be joking. I'll be laughing. This stuff be funny. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm silly. And this stuff be funny. But the lying to the public stuff is wild. But he did do the boxing world a good service. No slight to Jake Paul, but we didn't need to see Canelo versus Jake Paul in 2025. Like, if we're gonna see anything, it might as well go ahead and be Crawford, right? I think that's a smart move right there, right? To stop that fight. And he said, from my inside, I don't want these. Like, he don't want the fight. That's good. Yeah, on purpose is crazy. Like, he spent on purpose. He purposely lied. He said he spent the last 48 hours putting out misinformation. It's crazy. But in the process, he did stop a fight that didn't need to happen. He said, so Canelo, please. So he talked Canelo off the ledge, like I said, man, nah, don't fight that guy. You could fight it in 30 years when he's 60. That's crazy. He basically told him, you see that shit that Jake Paul just did with Mike? Yeah, you could wait to 30 years till you about 60 like Mike, and then you go, yeah, then you can fight him. But other than that, that's the only way that happened with him involved. Anyway, thought that was a little funny though, but let's keep going.
Wrong information. What was the wrong information that you needed to make sure this happens? Was this fight with Jake Paul in your minds going to happen unless you stepped in last night at the last minute?
Oh, and real quick, I might be misunderstanding what he's saying. Maybe he's saying the information that he was putting out initially, it was something that was going to happen, but it in reality is misinformation because they're not going in that direction. And in that direction, meaning Jake Paul. That's why Jake Paul posted the contract and all that stuff. So because there is still a language barrier. He speak English, but it's the way he get his stuff out. I'm not giving him an out, but because Carpenter just gave me a different way to look at it. Maybe that's what he was saying. The information that I've been putting out for the last 48 hours is misinformation because I called Canelo directly and I told him, basically, you get what I'm saying? This is not the fight. You need a better fight than this. Like, basically, right? You need a real fight. Need to fight a great fight. So it seemed like he talked him off the ledge, and Jake Paul did show Canelo's signature. So it do sound like he was serious about making that fight with him. And it seemed like Turkey came into play and talked him off the ledge. That's what it seemed like.
It was big offer for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't match this offer, to be honest. But he know inside him this match is not the right of his legacy. And when the perfect time, when I call him, he know.
We ain't talking about the president though, James. We ain't talking about the president. We talking about boxing. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that constantly lies is not solid in my book, but that's different. We talking boxing. We don't want to be lied to in boxing.
He's a smart guy, and he know what's better for him.
And
right, so that's basically I'm not again, y'all. I'm not trying to give him no out. I think I'm hearing it a different way now. That's what he's saying, right? You've been putting out misinformation because that's not what's going on, and then you went and called Canelo directly, put a deal together within 5 minutes, convinced him, sound like pretty much not to take that fight. Seemed like it didn't take all that much convincing, and he knew that wasn't the right fight for him. What Turkey is saying, so that's what's going on. So let's hear the rest of this.
Obviously, Canelo Alvarez is one of the best fighters in the world, right? He's the biggest star in boxing by far. He's the face of the sport. You think it would have been props beneath him, right, to fight a Jake Paul?
In my opinion, in this age and in this time, we must have this kind of legend and fighters fight great and big fights. Because, he's now in the mid of 30.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to waste time.
Right. And I'm imagining from your perspective, you had this major fight with Terence Crawford planned for September. You don't want some circus fight leading up to it. Was that your issue?
I have advice for the platforms. They have the bound YouTuber.
The mid of 30.
There is good advice. I have good advice for them. Let them bring Mr. Peace. And we can sanction it with Disney for the build of the YouTube. And everyone will subscribe and see it.
Jake Paul versus Mr. Beast.
What the hell?
Everyone will see it. And the YouTuber.
Nah, he said he did it to make the big channels go back and report it.
But in the end, you're basically saying, right? You want to see, you don't want to see real fighters fighting YouTubers. If the YouTubers want to fight, so be it. But they should fight other YouTubers.
I don't prefer to see this fight. And there is some word is strange. If the legend accepts big contract and great fight, why you say to him, you are a slave now?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't understand it. He will fight Crawford. He will have great fight in May. We are finished it now. And he will have 2 great fights after that. And you know my standard.
Of course. And
he said, you know my status. He told me, he basically saying, you know I got that bread. You know how I'm coming. And so he talked about, because Jake Paul called him a slave. He did call him a slave. But he's saying why he don't understand why you call him a slave, because he accept a big contract. Like, I don't get it. He gonna have a great fight in May. He gonna fight Crawford in September, and he'll have 2 fights in 26. Turk funny, but he still got me puzzled as to why he would put out misinformation. I'm totally against that. I just want to be clear. I don't rock with that. It's a little funny because the way he delivering the information, but I don't rock with anybody that's, intentionally misleading the people. You get what I'm saying? That's wild as hell. Like, you got a lot of balls to do that, bro, in the boxing game, especially when you just got here. You want to be winning people over. You don't want to mislead people and have the biggest platforms reporting misinformation. And you were intentionally stirring up shit behind the scenes, knowing you going another direction. That's wild. That's not good for boxing. We don't need that. We need the fights, but we need the right information that we could come bring to our audiences, to our supporters, to the people that rock with us. Like, I'm not ever trying to come here and be lying to the people on purpose, ever. Like, and not even by mistake. I don't want to spread misinformation at all. I don't never want to be a part of that.
If the legend accepts big contract and great fight, why you say to him, you are a slave now?
Right.
I don't understand it.
I don't understand.
He will fight Crawford. He will have great fight in May. We are finished now.
He funny.
And he will have 2 great fights after that. And you know my standard.
Of course. And this first fight in May, right? This is going to be the tune-up for Terence Crawford. Who would you say are the options that you're looking at right now for that May fight?
Okay.
Do you want me to use the same tactics I used in the last 48 hours?
No.
No, we want the truth.
The truth, you will be the first reporter I will tell him when I finish the deal.
So, and that's going to be in Riyadh, of course. That'll be Canelo's first fight in Riyadh.
Yeah, I will take the airplane. You know the situation and you know the details. We have a big fight in the 2nd of May with Garcia, with Haney, with Bicoli in the same card. Okay? In special place. We will announce it in 3-4 days. And after the fight finish, I will go to the airport and go to my country, and I will, as a respect of the citizen of America and the citizen of Mexico, because I know Canelo is important for them. We are doing this fight in the time zone of America. That means it will be early Sunday in our country. It will be the perfect time in the East and the West American time zone.
Yeah, and look, obviously I know you, and I think this just shows, right, that you are not trying to take fights away from Vegas. You're not trying to take fights from New York. You're trying to build boxing back, right? Whether in your country and here.
There is a small example. You see what we are doing last year in Los Angeles and in Wembley, and now we are going to Vegas and going to New York. and going to London again. But this is separate. The New York and London, it is the Ring Magazine card.
And how many Ring Magazine cards do you think we might see this year?
It depends about our contract with SNK and Fatal Fury Fiddy Games. We have a big contract with them, and all the fights we are doing, it will be by the name of the game.
Understood. But look, this obviously Garcia Haney, the rematch is, I think, one of the 3 biggest fights in all of boxing. The first fight,
inshallah, it will happen in October, and also Tomalifu, also Boots, also a lot of things. There is big schedule.
What did he say?
In October, and also Tomalifu, also Boots, also a lot of things. There is big schedule.
Who? Bro, what?
In October, and also Tomalifu, also Boots, also a lot of things. There is big schedule. We will do something in May.
Hear how you trying to say Tiafimo?
Inshallah, it will happen in October, and also Tomalifu, also Boots, also a lot of things. There is big schedule. We will do something in May, as I tell. We will start doing something in February.
This man is
after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
One of the greatest cards in boxing. And after that, we will go to London.
I call that, bro.
The city of the world,
bro.
There is big schedule. We are doing. It will be by. Inshallah, it will happen in October, and also Tomalifu, also Boots, also a lot of things. There is big schedule.
He shot out, bro.
We will do something in May, as I tell. We will start doing something in February.
Yeah, this man
after 2 weeks. One of the greatest cards in boxing.
Man,
and after that, we will go to London, Fatal Fury, the city of the Wolf in London, in the 26th in Tottenham Stadium, Eubank and Ben. Then we will go to America, to New York City, to do the fight, the card with Garcia, Haney, Bicoli. Then we will do Canelo card in the 3rd of May. And after that, we're discussing now to do something between July and August in our country. And after that, we will do the big fight in September in the stadium. We will try to be in the stadium of Las Vegas. Then in October, inshallah, Haney against Garcia, the rematch. And Tomalifu will be in this card.
Bro, he said it again. I know I wasn't tripping.
And Tomalifu will be in this card. And Tomalifu will be in this card. Of Las Vegas.
This man is out of control.
In October, inshallah, Haney against Garcia, the rematch.
I can't believe this, dude.
And Tomalifu will be in this card. Then we will do February. Also, this is all, before it, we will do in December anyway.
He's whooping his ass.
Against who do you want to see him fight?
I prefer.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Cause he said it twice, 2 different ways, bro. He cannot say Tiafimo, bro. That shit bodying him, bro. Mike Cobb was just sitting there. It's no way I wouldn't have laughed if he'd have said that to me, bro. There's no way. I wouldn't have been able to get through the interview, bro. He would have said that to me. I'd have said, who? Like, nah. See, I'm too silly, man. I'm too silly, bro. He'd have hung up on me, bro. He'd have hung up on me. There's no way he would have bodied his name twice like that and sat there with a straight face. Mike Carpenter is a real one, bro. I don't know how he did that. That got to be a skill, because I would have started. I'm too goofy, bro. There's no way you would have said that to me in real time. I'd have sat there with a straight face.
In October, inshallah, Haney against Garcia, the rematch. And Tumalifu will be in this card. Then we will do February. Also, this is all before we will do in December anyway.
Ace was good.
Against who do you want to see him fight?
Oh, my eyes burn.
I prefer against the champion from Japan,
Nakatani.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is I prefer, but if it doesn't happen, it will be one of the great fights. Will be.
And look, obviously you're a big boxing fan. Well, why is Naoya Inoue so special as a fighter to you? To have
that's Teofimo he was talking about. That shit is hilarious, bro. I ain't never hear nobody mess a name up that bad, bro. It got Turk, boy. He gave that Teofimo gave Turk an 8 count at least, bro.
Fighting in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
He's special, and this year we celebrate the 75 years relationship between our country and Japan. And Japan is important for us, and we will do very big events in long 1 week in December.
So with Riyadh season now, obviously you have fights in Riyadh, you have fights in the US, in London. Will we see Riyadh season events maybe in Africa or China, as you mentioned in the past?
Let's see what happens. As a personal, maybe I will do something with the Ring magazine, but about Riyadh season, it is not only my decision.
Right. And look, obviously, if I had to pinpoint the best thing you've done, and you've done a lot of great things for boxing over the last 18 months, it's really, right, re-energizing this heavyweight division. It's the glamour division. It's the biggest in sports. Why were you able to do so many great things with the heavyweight division? Because we're seeing the activity, right, with Joseph Parker revitalized, Daniel Dubois, new star.
No, please. It is not. We are not only focusing on the heavyweight. We do Arthur and Bubble. We do Crawford before. We do Eubank. We do Shiraz. We are not focusing in the heavyweight.
But it is fair to say, though, that the heavyweight division was in dire straits.
Every boxing fans prefer the heavyweight.
Of course.
That's right.
And we have some great heavyweight fights on February 22nd, right? Kabayel and versus Zhang is a coin flip toss-up fight. And then Dubois and Parker, very close odds on that fight as well.
Hello,
where do you see the winners going? You've also talked about Vladimir Klitschko coming back to try to break George Foreman's record, right?
Let's see what's happened. Let's see the results. Let's see. I am now finishing yesterday and today a lot of big cards, and I am not a promoter, my brother.
Right.
We do it to commercial. We do it for the sport. We do it commercial our country, and we do it for sport as a fan. And I hope the fans like it, and we will try our best in some cards to do it with good price. And this is the important things.
And lastly, as it goes with the heavyweights, what's the latest with Usyk? Obviously, he's the #1 pound for pounds. He's an all-time great. Will we see him back soon?
He said to me he will come to February fights, and he wants to see the result, and from there we can start to talk.
All right. Speaking of February fights, obviously the big one is the main event, right? Better Biev and Bivol, the rematch. First fight was very, very close.
The card from the start until the end is main event.
Of course, right. There's a lot of big fights. Shiraz and Adames is a great fight. Shakur Stevenson and Schofield should be a very good fight.
I hope one day seeing Shakur against Tank.
Okay, yeah. So you and Canelo Alvarez were not on the same page last year. Now you are. Gervonta Davis. You're giving an invitation to Gervonta Davis.
I don't take anything as a personal. I take it as I am professional.
Right.
I don't need to like you to talk with you.
But you appreciate Gervonta Davis's talent. It seems.
As a fighter, he's a great fighter, of course, no doubt about this. But we need to see him in big fights more and more.
Right. Yeah, it's been a problem for sure. But look, February 22nd, you mentioned that Usyk's going to be there to see what happens. Who else is going to be there?
A lot of people will be there.
Benavidez
will be there. You know.
So are we going to see Benavidez? All right, let's say Beterbiev wins. I imagine if Beterbiev wins, it's no problem to make Beterbiev Benavidez. But if Bivol wins, so we get the trilogy first.
Yeah. If Arthur wanted and Bivol wanted, yeah. But also, Canelo want the rematch with Bivol in the future. He said to me this, and Bivol want this, and let's see. I hope one day I can convince Canelo to have Benavidez.
That is the real big one, right? Is that bigger than Crawford, do you think, or what is bigger?
No, Crawford is different kind of fighters. Benavidez is great fighters, of course, but Crawford, you're talking about 41 fights, three weight division. It is different. Now he's going 2 weight more to fight Canelo. And I said to Canelo in front of him, I said, as a professional man, I would be knowing, I will not choose anyone. But from inside me, I like Crawford, you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
His close friends, and I like the way he's doing in his fight. And I think Crawford deserved this big fight. He was losing a lot of time before, and I think he deserved this chance.
Yeah, and look, when you talk.
Interesting. Yeah, basically, that's what he's saying. I don't need to like you to do business with you. He recognized Tank as a top talent. He says he's an excellent fighter. There's no doubt about it. He's a great fighter. There's no doubt about it. So he get it. I think if he were to have hands on that fight in particular, I don't think he'll be looking to put it on over there in Saudi Arabia. Just like he had mentioned earlier in the interview about he understands the importance of certain fights to the American fan base. So, you know, for that reason, that was the example he used as to why he would have Crawford and Canelo in Vegas as opposed to over there where he from. And that's me. What's good with it, fam? Boxing talk was good. Shakur and I heard kid shit. He hurt him in sparring to the body. Anything can happen in the fight. Anybody can be hurt with 8-ounce gloves.
Talk to a lot of people, right? Some people say
Canelo's
Canelo's too big. Other people say Crawford is too good and it won't matter. But what do you say?
Shit, he hurt Arnold in his last fight to the body. Stop it. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Y'all smash the like button. So we're going to see. It's just like this. And the thing is, you ain't got to hurt somebody to beat him. You just got to be smarter than him, better than him. I think as long as he able to do that, I think everything else is a plus. Everything else is a damn plus. Hold on, let me just play. I'm going to just play it from my phone. I hate when it does that. Mike Coppinger, man, this was an interesting sit down. Something I didn't expect from these two to sit down and talk to each other. All right, let's get back to this, man.
Your thoughts on all of these titles? We have 4 titles, 5 titles, every division. It's very confusing.
It's a strange sport.
But how do you think you can?
This is why I love the ring build.
All right. Well, lastly, what is your message to Jake Paul about losing out on the Canelo fight and you landing Canelo for the big fights?
No, he's
The hell with looking at faces, bro. B-Dog was good with it, bro. For hell with looking at faces. Look at the results. Look at who got hurt. Look at who got hurt in the fight. The hell with some faces, man. That shit don't be nothing but glove burn a lot of times anyway. So the hell with it. You looking at the wrong stuff. Look who struggled and look who coasted and just dominated. That's what you should be paying attention to, not somebody's face, how somebody's face look. Who gives a damn about how somebody? That's like a casual way of thinking and looking at a boxing match. You judge somebody by how they face look.
his talent, his success, and what he's doing, and I think he will not have difficult time to find someone to fight against.
But Canelo Alvarez, he's going forward with Riyadh season. Next 4 fights at least.
Yeah. I am not the guy who come in their way. They come to my way. Right?
Yeah.
I finished the deal from 2 months with Canelo. They start to talk in the last 2 weeks. It is my right to defend my vision and my contract.
All right, well, congratulations on getting it done. And thank you so much for the time. And we look forward to the big February 22nd card.
Wait for great ideas and great things in the next couple months in America, inshallah. I want to ask you about something.
Okay.
What do you think if there is event fight in Alcatraz jail one day?
I would love that. I used to live in San Francisco. I've been to the Alcatraz Museum.
It's like a museum now.
Yeah, it's incredible.
You know, sometimes I get in my mind, I want different places to do. Sometimes in mountains, sometimes maybe someday in the pyramids in Mexico.
Bro, what?
Someday in Eiffel Tower in France, Colosseum in Italy. You understand this concept?
Well,
Dude, the only place he ain't named fight, might as well shoot for the moon. Might as well look to host an actual fight on the moon. This man talking about the Colosseum in Italy, the Eiffel Tower. Bro said the mountains. Like, hey, what? Man, you might as well shoot for the moon, bro. Shoot for the moon.
I know you're also a big movie fan. And, of course, Escape from Alcatraz, classic. And the 90s with Sean Connery, The Rock, one of my favorites. I think it would be very cool. But we need special fight for Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Alcatraz, bro, is crazy.
Also, we are working now with Zach in the UFC movie. And I want also to do something in the boxing field also.
Boxing movie?
Yeah.
Like a fictional one or based on somebody?
Let's see. The Ring Magazine now
he said the Al Capone card.
Animation TV series and start to do video game about boxing. And let's see from there where we can go.
That's funny.
Okay, well, we're going to see this Alcatraz fight. I want to see it now.
Alcatraz fight.
If they accept, the mayor there, if he accepts, I think it is perfect place. Also, the mountain. The mountain.
He's still
Rushmore.
Hey, boxing talk. Won't you get in the ring with Shakur? Since you got so much to say, let's see if you could hurt him, if he could hurt you, if you fight him. I mean, if you telling me a fight that I was at that I clearly watched with my 4 eyes, and you telling me a guy wasn't hurt, yo man, yeah, boxing fans be crazy.
There are
you got it. I don't need
also,
no energy for it.
the big aircraft.
Intrepid.
Yeah, in New
bro.
York.
Yeah, I'm talking
there.
Fantasy Island now.
Understand me? This strange places, you know.
All right, bet that was at the end anyway. They talking about fighting in strange places in the mountains. This man said Alcatraz on a straight face too. Alcatraz, yo. Milan, what's good? What he said? I heard Shakur with a jab in 1964. That's funny. Ronnie Stevens never failed. I'm telling you, bro. Man, but I heard a number of different things that he said. I didn't hear what, somebody said he said something specific about Tank, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it in that. Maybe I missed it. I doubt if I missed it though, because I heard the little Tank stuff because that's baby do. I seen this. Turki Al-Sheikh said Tank doesn't want the Stevenson bout. Turki Al-Sheikh expressed interest in making a bout between Tank and Shakur Stevenson, but claims that Davis doesn't want the bout. He didn't say that. And if that's because that's the longest interview I could find of him talking about it. He said nothing like that. He said he wanted to fight. Said he hoped to make that fight. He said he wanted to see Tank and more and more fight, bigger and bigger fights, or however he phrased it. But that's what he said. Wasn't no disses, no Tank slander. I didn't hear him say anything in regards to Tank Davis at all. In a negative light anyway. Butcher said they paying Canelo all his money for cherry picks and no David. Hey man, Skills was good, brother. How you feeling? He said it on Reddit, did he? I've read it. Raina was good, Queen. How you feeling? That's crazy. I just don't be buying it because it's like he had an opportunity. He could have went that direction with it right here, but he ain't say that. I don't know. I just like to hear it vocally instead of reading it, because one thing I do know about these quotes, people be making up their own quotes and they be misquoting people, and that's what I be getting. How could he come to that conclusion if he never even talked to him? You get what I'm saying? So how could he say that? Like I would have to see the context in which somebody's claiming that he said that, because I didn't hear nothing like that when he was just speaking on it. He said he looked to make that fight. Like you would think this dude literally talked about fighting in Alcatraz, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I don't think he would have forgot to mention that he feels like a guy don't want to fight, is what I'm saying. I don't think he even talked to him to know what he want. You get what I'm saying? How would he know if he never even talked to him? So, you know what I'm saying? Man, so Turk is the host of Tank vs. Stevenson fight on the plantation, the Freedom Bout. Yeah, we jumping him. He do that. I want to see Mike Covington versus Dan Rayfield in person. How about that? You stupid. See what it do, family. Yeah, melanin with my 4 hours. I was at that joint, man. I seen a guy being visibly hurt to the body, being thoroughly outboxed. It wasn't close. And then I seen him go into survival mode for like the last quarter of the fight, last 3-4 rounds of the fight. And that was it. And then he admitted to having his running shoes on after the fight. Legit admitted to it. Like, can't make this shit up. But somebody would be like, nah, he was never hurt. Like, whatever. All right. I forget. I think that was fair. Oh, yeah. Shout out to my guy, Rude Exposure, man. He got $100 bet for anybody that won it. He say betting on Shakur for the stoppage, man. I'm gonna hold the money until somebody take the bet. If they don't take the bet and this fight day, I'm sending it back to my guy. But he wants y'all to know he got $100 bet on it, man. For anybody that want it. For all y'all that be talking shit about Shakur, type in nah. Don't get quiet now. Yeah, man. I'm glad you brought that up. Shout out to my guy. Yeah. So if you really feel that passionate about Shakur, don't hurt nobody, and he don't do this. This guy is giving you an opportunity to win a free $100. That should be an easy bet. You send your $100 over, and you got an easy bet. You get what I'm saying? For y'all that want to go back and forth about what Shakur is or not in the comments, because I could care less. I don't want to convince you or nothing. But there you go. Put your money where your mouth is. You dig? Or you going to just sit on the sideline and hate? Who going to come get that $100, man? My man giving out free money for all y'all Shakur doubters and naysayers. It should be a lot of y'all. Y'all should be flooding the comments right now. Like, yo, I want that bet. See? When we start talking about that money, it get quiet. That should be an easy bet. At the prison talk, though, Mike was on that PS. Yeah, right, Alcatraz. I want to see it in Alcatraz. Mike, man, bro, you want to see, man, get your ass. I wouldn't want to see, nobody wants to see no fights in Alcatraz. Just the energy alone. Who the hell want to fight around that? Betting 100 on Shakur. I heard Shakur. Shout out to Milan, my God. Yeah, Rube, keep putting that pressure. We're going to promote that bet. Every time somebody start talking to Shakur shit, I'm promoting it back every single time, Rude. All the way until we get to the fight. If they don't give it, I'm sending it back to you, my good brethren. When will Shakur and his team head over to Saudi to get acclimated with time? You know what? I could ask that, bro. I could find out for you. That's a good question. I could ask. I could see. You know what I'm saying? If he got an answer for that. I'm pretty sure he do. We can split it. Yeah, Nick. Shout out to my guy, man. You know what I mean? Get that easy money. What's the bet? He's saying he got 100 that Shakur stops Schofield. He betting on the stoppage. I'm betting 100 on Bernard Hopkins in prison versus Mike Coppinger. You stupid. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. Peace, Kawhi. How you feeling? So yeah, man. Shout out to Turk, but he lost me with the putting out misinformation. And shout out to the Queen Aisha. She caught it. I kind of sometimes I stuff go past me. Said something about the big channels could put out the wrong info. That's crazy. That's diabolical, and I don't even like that word because people overuse it. But that's wild. Like that's out of control. I don't like that fan of like I don't know what he called that, but that's not promoting. He said he's not a promoter, but don't be a damn liar either though. Don't mislead the people. We got way too much of that, and the last thing we need is a guy that got money intentionally misleading the boxing public. Right? Don't lead us astray, bro. We've been lied to enough. That is absolutely the wildest thing that he said. That and the Alcatraz shit, like bro talked about fighting on the mountain is crazy. I don't know what he said. This stuff be going on in his head. He talked about the Coliseum. Bro ass said the Eiffel Tower. He tripping, bro. I'm surprised he ain't say he in the ocean, in the middle of the damn ocean somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He might as well have shot for the moon the way he talking, bro. But yeah, man, like that's one of my biggest takeaways from that. The misinformation part is never gonna sit well, but other than that, from what I gathered from this interview, that he's aware of what people want in the American public to a degree, right? He understands that certain fights that are big, they need to be here, right? And that's all you can ask for, man. Like, obviously with him being over there from Saudi Arabia, he ain't gonna make every fight out in the States, right? But as long as he keep it somewhat balanced or as balanced as possible, right? Especially as it pertains to any big fight, quote unquote, big fight that he might be a part of, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to complain. I just want to see fights at the end of the day. And I feel like as long as situation's right and fighters is getting treated accordingly with something that they can live with, and we can see a good fight, then I'm all for it. But make no mistake, if I had my pick, definitely I want to have an option to be able to go to a fight as opposed to ruling it out because it's in Saudi. You know what I'm saying? That is the information I need. At least 3 codes or information about shit, unless I get firsthand or figure it out myself. Shout out to we appreciate your level of dedication to the sport for sure. And being one of the plug. That's why I call you the fax machine. You know, y'all go tap into my good brethren L-Dub if y'all haven't, man. Make sure y'all do, man. Reef was good with it. Said Turkey first fight card in Africa will be Wakanda, according to my sources. You stupid. But for me, that's why I talk about a lot of this stuff as far as information loosely, because I'm at the point where I only want the truth, man. And you expect better from people. Like I listen, trying to be first and getting something wrong because of that is one thing, but intentionally putting out the wrong information so people could take it and run with it is another. And it does pay to do your due diligence and your homework and check sources thoroughly and all that. But I think the confusion is in this space, in this day and age, right? People like to be first, and those are sometimes the easiest targets to spread the misinformation because they won't do the thorough checking, right? They'll just run with certain things, man. And I think certain sources should be credible, right? All right. I think buying the Ring magazine is what he did, right? And then using it to post misinformation is wild to me. Like you just couldn't anticipate that's something that he would want to do, right? Intentionally, right? So I can see people getting a detail or two wrong, right? But just spreading misinformation is wild. Like that's alarming, and I don't rock with it. But I do appreciate anybody that gets to the source of any information and make sure it's correct. It was a whole undercard announced, and then the fight got cast. Yeah, man, he out of control, bro. He can't treat boxing like basketball. It's not basketball, bro. It's not. Can't schedule and just I don't know. Tell the people one thing, then this ain't happening, and go another direction. It's crazy work, bro. It's crazy. But overall, man, let's see, man. Like I said, my eyes is still on. I'm still paying attention to see how everything shape out when it come to Turkey and what he plan on doing with boxing, because he got a lot of high hopes for the sport. But let's see what really comes of it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, things are subject to change, according to my source, Haney Blood. She just, man, said Haney Blood Sports. You a wild boy. Rookie. I appreciate the fact that he came out and said it. Most wouldn't do that. Yeah, there's a certain level of appreciation you can give him for the honesty, for sure, right? But it's like at the core of it, bro, why do that? You know what I'm saying? You should want to get out the right information so that the big platforms take that information and then talk about it. Am I correct? Am I looking at this shit wrong? Like, I can't. The reason why I'm tripping on it, because I can't see the benefit in misleading people ever. Like, I'm just not that kind of guy. So I don't know what his plan was or whatever. But like I said, it's a number of ways to look at that, and most of them are not good. You know what I mean? So I just don't know why he would even go that route. But at least he did say it. Now we know what he did. And I think, that makes things kind of fragile in terms of trust with the public, because there's so many people that seen this interview and heard that. So I don't know. That should just sound crazy. But hopefully that's not something that he that's not a tactic or a method that he chooses to use more than. I doubt if this be the last time, though. If you do it once, you probably do it again. So I just know when it comes to him and his high hopes and his ambitious way of thinking, you just need to take things with a grain of salt with him. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Take things with a grain of salt. FC brother sports washing. Saudi got kicked out. Oh, really? They did the same thing in golf. That's whack. That's interesting. I didn't know that. You already been using the year. I just think that's not the way to do it. You know what I'm saying? The people ain't gonna rock with that, and for good reason. Like, that shit just crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not about lying in my life. It's I'm not a liar. Everybody is probably told a lie to a degree, right? That's not the question. It's not about a lie. You got a responsibility. You gotta you're part of boxing, right? You got people literally running around here talking about how he's saving boxing, he the savior, how he's doing this and that, he's giving us the fights we want, X, Y, and Z. All this super praise, and then he's a part of the circus. And what I mean by that is he's intentionally planting misinformation for people to spread it. That's not good for boxing. Like, that's not. I was laughing at it, but because it's like he kind of ballsy to do this, but I just don't think that's the way to go. So telling a lie and just being a damn liar is different, right? And I think when you got a platform and you got so many people relying on your information and using these different platforms he utilized as sources of information, they supposed to be credible, not bullshit. And that's where you have a problem with the fan bases, right? You want people to support your product. You want people, he got this crazy big vision, as he put it, for boxing. You want people to be on board and support that. And I don't think one of the ways to get people on board is to be openly admitting to spreading misinformation, right? And this, like, saying it's so matter of fact, like it didn't matter. That shouldn't be a part of the boxing, because we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So it's still, it's just weird, man. It's just a weird tactic. It was false, and they took Saudi Golf League to court, and they left golf and came to boxing. Wow. Shout out to Milan. You make me want to look into that, man. Using the publication especially is not good. Shout out to B-Dog. You get where I'm going? So I want to be clear, yo. Y'all you don't got to come to his aid, but that's not a good thing overall for the sport. Like, we don't need that. And I maybe you as a fan, you don't mind it, but if you as a content creator, you might look at it a little different. No evidence was good, fam. You don't want to have to look at a platform and deem them not credible because they've been lying to you, right? And that's what he run the risk of doing that. Now, there's always going to be people that I think go and use his information for what it is. But overall, man, is it helping or hurting? And if he want to be a part of the sport, you want to be helping the sport, not hurting it, right? Use them big platforms. Use them big platforms to put out the truth, put out the right information so we can build on it. You know what I'm saying? Not just lead people astray. And I speak for the boxing fans that just want the truth and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Just want to build on boxing and the right fights that's coming. We don't want to be lied to intentionally, right? It's one thing to put something out there and, you know, it's a reason why it didn't come to fruition. But when you know full well it's not coming to fruition and you still like, yeah, let me put this out here. That's not cool. It's not nothing you really can say to justify that, right? That's not the way to carry it. You get me? Shout out to Terrell. Turkey is a shark. Not the last time he lies on strong arms for leverage. There's rumbles of Turkey and TKO dismantling the Ali Act. They better not. They better not try. CJ, my guy, that's the truth. February 22nd. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That card is the truth. For sure. For sure. We gonna enjoy it, man. I might be here live to call it because I damn sure won't be in Saudi to call it. I'll tell you that. Or to see it, should I say. But yeah, man, it's not about do we lie ever. I think you looking at it wrong. You know what I'm saying? He got a responsibility, and I don't think that's lying to people, especially when you supposed to be a bright spot, an addition, an asset to the sport, right? Not somebody that's just spreading confusion. You dig? But it's not that big a deal, man. To where you gotta go to bat for him. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more people that would have went crazy on him for it. You know what I'm saying? I just, in my live completely ignoring the fact that Turkey said he lied. Yeah, that's hard. That's the only thing that stood out the craziest. That and the Alcatraz fight I did was crazy. April 26th is the truth too. Eubank versus Spence actually have a good undercard. I'm not aware of the undercard, man. I'll look it up though. I'll look it up. I'm glad that fight happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it's happening. I'm glad it's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's long overdue. Long overdue. Long overdue. To some degree, right? They've been going back and forth long enough. Turkey's the savior for these dudes, yeah. I mean, I'm really down the middle with it, man. I just don't like when you point something out that's real, somebody try to like argue it. It's nothing to argue. He said the shit. You know what I'm saying? He said it. I'm pretty sure he could deal with whatever criticism that come with it. But what I've said is it's just not good. Like, that's the thing. If you sensitive about me saying putting out misinformation is not good, every single person that's listening to me speak should be against misinformation in the sport. Everybody. Nobody should want to be lied to intentionally. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Lied to at all, but definitely not on purpose. I'm just not a fan of that. Like I said, and we deal with that already on a large enough scale in this YouTube space where people spread misinformation. We don't need the powers that be and the guys that can make shit shake be responsible for some of the clown activity that's going on. That's all. That's not too much of a responsibility to hold him to. Nah, bro. Be straight up with the boxing public. You got all these damn high hopes. You got all these ambitions. You got all these weird ideas about where you want fights at. And you said you got this vision, right? And you hope that people will like it. So you clearly, you get what I'm saying? You're aware. So that's part of it, man. Make sure that people can rely on you as a source of information. That's valid. That's incredible. That's all. Like, you got a problem with that. That's just weird. You know what I mean? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I ain't know it was that bad. Y'all better take y'all ass to Saudi with all that. Y'all better take y'all ass to Saudi. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Planning to open a future boxes on Netflix. The hell with it. That's the problem. That was part of the misinformation that came out. The fact that they was fighting in it. I mean, shit, they not. Makes job harder, right? Take pride in proving provide accurate information. You know it. That's why I calls you the fax machine, my guy. That's why I say I don't like it, man. But I don't mind. I'm not lazy either, though. I don't mind doing the due diligence to get the right information, right? That's why I talk about everything so loosely in boxing, because you know how it go. It'll be one thing today, and it'll be something else tomorrow. But I think that as far as that Jake and Canelo shit, that shit should have never even been a thing anyway. Boxing don't need that. Boxing don't need that. And it seemed like Turk was against it too. I don't think boxing needed that. Shit, Jake Paul don't really need it. He just wanted it. He don't need that. Boxing do not need to see no guy that got almost 70 fights fighting a guy that came from social media and dipped his toe in the boxing. That'd be crazy. We don't need it. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Nope. That Jake fight happening? Not from what I understood from what he said. And Jake mad that it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? He exposed Canelo's name on a contract. Said they was gonna do it, and he called. Matter of fact, let me just run a real quick clip. Do I still got it in here? Or did I take it out? Did I delete it, bro? Jake pissed off, man. Hold on, I got it. Y'all smash the like button, man. We're gonna rock off for a little bit more.
Oh, Canelo, you puta.
And this fucking YouTuber, I just fight real fighters.
Time to expose them. So we had a signed contract to fight. Here you can see Canelo's signature and my signature to the right. Claiming he's not fighting YouTubers. Bullshit. Look at the poster. We were announcing Tuesday, February 11th. Claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez, you bitch. The truth is you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut. The truth is these sports-washing shady characters are paying you hundreds of millions of dollars to stop our fight from happening because they couldn't fathom the fact that they can't create a bigger fight than me and you. Al Heyman has made you hundreds of millions of dollars and you turned your back on him for this check. Disloyal. And you were begging to do this fight on pay-per-view. But I have loyalty. Loyalty to Netflix, doing the biggest numbers. And you call me a YouTuber, but you've never had a boxing match as big as mine. Remember you told my team that your daughter came home and asked if you were fighting Jake Paul? She was all excited. You said that was the first time your daughter's ever asked you about a fight. And you're screwing over all your Mexican fans by doing your fights in Saudi. It just shows what type of person you are. And I promise you one thing, Canelo. Any fight that you do this year, mine will be bigger. So go fuck off to your boss, you Ring Magazine employee, you pink and orange bitch. And oh, fix that herpes on your lip, you dirty puta.
He called him pink and orange. It's crazy. Then he called Crawford a 35-pounder like that wasn't years and years ago, man. And yeah, that's a fact. Canelo did start at 40. For the people that didn't know that. That's why I say, man, hey, Dub, I know 35 is smaller than 40, but when you really look at the grand scheme of things, that's the argument they make. Well, you know, Crawford's coming all the way from 135 to 168. They act like he just did that shit overnight or something. You know what I mean? They didn't start that far apart, you know what I'm saying, to be honest with you. So, no. Denny's said Denny's a good fighter. Oh, nah, that's going to be a good win for him. He's a solid fighter, too. Solid. Jake can't, if Jake could sue him and it was worth it, he'd be doing it. Because why even get on the internet and be mad as hell? Trying to convince the world that you're a better fight than or, you know, a guy that's a 4-division champion. You know what I mean? 2-division undisputed champion. Like, there's no way you are a better fight. You're a slaughter for Canelo. I don't care how big he think he is. He would get his big ass beat up. He'd beat him up, man. He funny, but he ain't buying me over with that. He not selling that BS to me, man. He ain't selling that nonsense to me, Chief. You know? Let me get Turk off, man. Let me shout out to Big Turk, man. Big Turk staring up the streets, y'all. Let me get this off right here. Malin said Jake is attention for and sticking to it. Yeah, nah, he love that attention, though. He love it. Jake a content creator, too, on the low. That's why he be talking crazy. But we'll see. You know what I mean? I do think, obviously, with him posting that, though, it was obviously some plans on them fighting, but and that shit didn't need to happen. Ain't nobody about to flip out about that not happening. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Turk and Nello for seeing eye to eye on that.
Kick his ass, Jake.
You got fake Canelos out there and everything. Jay crazy, bro. He shout out, man. He having some fun, man. Having some fun with this shit, but he better go fight. Only fight KSI. I heard KSI really want to fight. Yeah, Tommy Fury beat him. That was a scary. Won't he go fight that dude KSI again? Didn't they fight before or nah? Or am I tripping? But won't he go fight him? Because he still want to fight. I heard he keep turning him down, or is that true or not? I heard KSI want to fight with Jake. Only go entertain that guy. And shout out to my guy Keyshawn Davis. It's his fight week, man. Did y'all happen? I heard somebody say something about they not promoting the fight. Did y'all happen to see the Blood, Sweat, and Tears? That Blood, Sweat, and Tears is a good good little episode, man. That's a good series that they be doing with. I like that joint, man. I like that joint. Shout out to DB3, man. They doing their thing, man. They said they handing out ass whoopings on Valentine's Day, man. I like that though, man. That's why I always like to talk to these fighters, man. They backstories be crazy. They out here fighting and selling drugs because they ain't had no money. He knew that shit wasn't the way, but he had to. And then it's the fact that he understood he needed to try to break them generational curses and set himself up. That's why I root for him, man. It's easy to root for somebody like that. Real easy to root for somebody like that. Dude, he got a loose screw or two that makes him highly entertaining. Fun to watch, man. I like seeing the growth process. Shout out to all of them. Kelvin Davis, Keon Davis as well, man. March 8th on Pro Box. Dope. Hold on. Who we fighting again? Didn't they talk about? Didn't they mention that? I just seen him mention his opponent somewhere. Damn, I thought Keyshawn was intense. Yeah, man. I love it, man. I love the energy, bro. He focused and locked in, man. It's fight week 4, man. You got to turn up, man. You got to show us something, man. Show out for us, man. I'm ready to see him put on the show, man. Shout out to all the brothers, though. They all working and putting in work together. That's dope. That's what I like to see, man. That's what I like to see. Breaking hearts. On Valentine's Day, you know it. Young brother, yeah, Keon got some talent, too. Tall, long, young boy, man. The box. I forgot who he say he was beating up. Forgot that. Oh yeah, I think Keon the one. That's the young brother say he was beating up Puyo, beating up Alberto Puyo. Say he was chipping him or something. I think I seen an interview with him talking about beating up Puyo though. I just want to see how he mature as a young fighter and continue to move, man. I like him. So if Denny's wins, he's gonna be Truth's Loma replacement. I'm on 7 tough. Eric Key was like, God matured a lot last year. Yeah, he smartened up, man, for the better. That's why I say them kids that do it too every time, man. Kids that grow you up. And it's good. It happened at the right time where he just putting it all together. So, you know, you have the son now. You got one more piece of motivation, one more extra reason to keep pushing, which is dope. And I rock with it. I support it. I rock with it. And one last thing, I got one more video I'm gonna play. I seen on the Zone. I think my guy Ant McQueen was. Did I see it? I forgot what he called. He said it's called On the Ground or something like that. On the Zone. I'm gonna take a chance and play this video. Shout out to my guy Big Dog Willie, being a member for 10 months. He said Bill Haney said on X, he's staying at home today. You stupid, man. I just hope Keyshawn and his team ain't sick. Lester Martinez in that camp had to pull out. Yep, he got sick. You're right. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Appreciate you being a member for 10 months, my guy. Much love, bro. So I'm just putting that out there because yeah, the media won't. Yeah, nah, I got word about that. L-Dub, what you talking about with Lester? Who was I just talking to that was telling me about Lester Martinez getting sick and having to pull out? Damn, who was I just talking to? I be talking to, man. Who was we just talking about? But I'm familiar. But that's yeah, man. I hope so. Hopefully it didn't spread, man, because I want to see him go out there and do his thing. And it's funny that you said that, right? Because I just talked when Elijah Pierce was up here. He was just talking about how he got sick, caught the bad flu and all that. Had to fight through it. That shit crazy, man. So yeah, and you know it's that time of year, man. That flu season. Mama Dukes, my girl's sick right now. I mean, but hopefully everything is on the up and up, man. But Baranchik, him and Baranchik should be a good fight, man. It should be a fun fight to watch, man. Should be a good fight. That should be a solid win. That should be one where you can't just knock. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't knock him. Can't knock him from going out there fighting that guy. He fighting a legit champion. I hear people already trying to make the argument Baranchik shouldn't be a champion. He wasn't supposed to this. I don't want to hear none of that garbage. The fact of the matter is he fought and beat Navarrete in an ugly-ass fight. Therefore, he is the champion, and that's what he going to be until Keyshawn get in there and do something about it. Come the 14th, February 14th. If you get in there and handle business, then his ass won't be the champion. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. Shout out to him. It's his fight week. I want to see him do his thing. See the whole DB3 perform, man. So shout out to boxing, man. I'm just sitting back and I'm enjoying these fights as they happen. But let's hear that. I think this was called On the Ground or something like that. Ann McQueen said to me. On the ground, something to that effect. Let me play.
What? Usyk or Ali? Come on, let's be real.
Oh, On the Ground. It is called On the Ground.
It's been a rocky couple of months. It just seemed like a lot of people just counted me out. They talk bad about me. They act like I'm not this person that I've been my whole life, so fuck them.
They're playing Tupac in the back.
Mentally, it bothered me, but then you start to realize, like, the only thing that really matters is the people that care about you, like your family, your mother, my daughter, my shorty. It's a lot of people that have said something, and I remember their faces. I remember like what they said.
Core Jackson. Core Jackson.
And then they're calling the card on February 22nd the best card ever. How does that make you feel that you're fighting on that card?
No disrespect to them guys, but I'm the best fighter. I think that I am what everybody want to see on that card. I think a lot of people say they're not gonna wake up at a certain time or all that stuff, but everybody's gonna be watching that shit. Everybody's gonna want to see Shakur. A lot of people try to act like Shakur is not must-see TV, but I am must-see TV. I am the best fighter in boxing. Everybody want to see me. Everybody want to watch me, and they're gonna keep paying attention.
And Kid Austin, harder on paper than
Tell him, champ. Tell him.
It's hard to tell with these fighters. Kid Austin is a guy that's at 135 and been at 135 for a minute. He's a young, hungry, undefeated, young lion. So truthfully, I guess you could say it's more to it.
Switch, attack.
Little youngest in there going hard.
Last 30 seconds. Let's work. Last 30. Don't let it still be around. Close the show. Let's work. 3, 2, 1, time.
I think this is going to be the best version of me. I think that I'm going to whoop some ass this year, starting with Kid Austin. And then hopefully if everything goes
hold
right,
you to it.
All of my dreams is going to come true.
What? Usyk or Ali? Come on, let's be real. Usyk or Ali?
Yes, Ali. Ali. So Ali be a Usyk? Yes.
No, pound versus pound.
Bro, did y'all watch Tyson Fury versus Usyk?
I was about to say that. Tyson Fury gave Usyk a run for his money.
And Tyson wasn't like in shape enough. Like Ali is in 12-round shape, bro. Slick counters, like real.
No, he in 15-round shape.
He gonna tell y'all, Ali. Yes.
And they tell you what's good, bro.
Just ain't watching enough Ali.
I like these little episodes and shit like this. This is cool.
Trying to be no athlete.
Yeah, I see.
He's trying to stay healthy.
I see. I get it. Not the Crocs. He ain't got it in sports mode.
So we're just getting a light sprint today, just to open up the lungs, kind of just getting a gauge on where he is as far as his breathing, open his lungs up, and just tap on it, get a little chart going today, and start working on his ATP just gradually. So just gradually, so we can build that up.
Yeah, facts. 15-round shape, bro. Durable. So, yeah, and be on his toes too.
2 laps around just to warm the body up, a little light jog, warm the body up, and then we'll get started.
He got to whoop his ass, Humble Dragger. They've been talking too much. He got to do exactly what he said. Go in his offensive bag and take that little youngin to school. And I like Kid Austin, but I ain't about to pull no punches over here. I want to see him get his little ass whooped.
Your hand?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do everything. With your lower back below you, right?
It's the start of 2025 for you. You gotta show out.
You gotta stretch out.
Said everybody want to see you. Said you must see TV. You gotta back it up.
Get out.
Make sure everybody want to see you.
Watch yourself too, man. These sprints is for you to be able to throw burst the combinations, and you can keep coming back on them.
Only thing is, I think we get a 30-second break through the round, so like.
This is the rounds. This only 2 minute
rounds. Let's get back to it.
This is the easy one. I'm making it easy for y'all today. You gotta run that. You gotta get to it.
Yeah, he locked in. Got that camp hair.
Oh God, my shit hurt so fucking bad.
Real good.
It only hurt when I pick up the speed though. Like if I go at a light pace or a little jog pace, that's
cool.
fast. I'm good.
Yeah, but
it's like when you boom.
I know it when you doing.
Yeah.
That's tightening all that up.
Put him to work, coach. Work him. Work him. Nah, facts, Thomas. You already know.
We're in Las Vegas. We at the UFC Apex. Training over here today to do some floor work, do a little pad. Nothing too crazy. And he wanted to come over here and work with Keyshawn. Him and Keyshawn Davis came up together. They boys. He wanted to come work with his friend today, so that's kind of what we're doing today. Getting into our zone. That's the whole purpose of coming to Vegas. He can get more locked in. The whole purpose of coming here so he doesn't have to deal with the stuff back at home, which is really tedious stuff. Here, farther away, harder for people to get in touch with him. He can lock in there.
Nice. There you go.
Beautiful.
See it? There you go.
Somebody in trouble. Somebody in trouble. Punch it like that.
I want to see him sit on the punches just like that in the fight too. And if they know about rounds, there you go.
Stability, beautiful. Somebody's in trouble. I promise
Get your ass up! Yeah, Cam, that nigga sharp, man. It looked like he ain't really miss a beat. I can tell like off his like surgery, his hand surgery, he got right back to work in the gym. Like he clicking right now, man. I can't wait till he perform. Honestly. His opponent, he's okay. You know what I'm saying? He's okay. I feel like the style is going to make it very interesting for Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Shakur need that certain style that kid brings to make a great performance, make a great fight. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be one of those fights the fans going to appreciate from Shakur.
Troy Eyes, shout out to Troy Eyes. Another good fighter, man. That was cool, man. Shout out to On the Grind. I like that. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, shout out to my guy Mo City. He interviewed Coach Ron Sims the other day, man. If y'all haven't, go check it out, man. He dropped some gems over there, man. Coach Ron and work with them all, man. One of the best trainers, one of the best coaches in the game. You did. But shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking out, man, with another dope build. Shout out to Elijah Pierce for coming to get his just due today, man. I appreciate him stopping through. I appreciate everybody rocking out with your boy, man. Y'all make sure if y'all didn't, you hit the like button. And y'all make sure y'all tap in tomorrow at 4 p.m. so we could build on some more boxing, man. Y'all know how we do. All things, my guy, I agree it's going to get entertained as long as kid is encouraged. Yeah, it is. Yeah, man, Ron Sims is definitely the truth. Feel free, man. Y'all go check that out on Behind the Hands TV. Shout out to everybody in the building. And don't forget, you got an opportunity and a chance to win a ticket to go see Trevante Tank Davis and Lamont Roach.
Listen up, fight fans. Don't miss your chance to win an exclusive ticket to the highly anticipated Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach championship fight on March 1st in Brooklyn, New York. Enter the JBT Network's Tank Davis fight raffle for your shot at making history. Entries are just $10 each or 3 for $25. The drawing will be held on February 21st, so act fast to secure your spot. Here's how you enter. Send your entry fee via Cash App to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. RF1 on the comment line. Fight fans, this is your moment. Whether you are a diehard boxing fan or just love the thrill of the ring, this is an opportunity you can't pass up. Another great contest brought to you by the JBT.
Shout out to my homie Big Drop Dre. You know what I mean? Always coming through. But yeah, if y'all interested in the opportunity to win the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach ticket, there you go. Send it $10 entry and get your chance to win the ticket, man. Hope to see some of y'all at the meet and greet. Hope somebody wins the ticket. Best of luck to everybody. We appreciate y'all signature sounds. Peace, family. Yeah, it'll be cruise control if he get discouraged for sure. Shout out to the Queen Arena and my guy, the Professor Ant McQueen. Much love to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate everybody, and I see it all of y'all mañana. You know what I mean? Well, tomorrow, okay? My good people. But again, much love, man. See y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.